all out of ball. If you want to be a wise guy, you can do it anyway. If you want to be a strong man, you can do it anyway. If you want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall.
The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, beat me if you can. Survive if I let you.
I'm figuring and thinking there's nothing to stop for my soul man Randy Savage now. I'm the man. I'm the icon. And yes, you can't bow. I am God.
The number one show on the net, and these are the best in your head like Goldberg Net. For the punks and the perverts, that'll work with Terry Funk and Matt Baker. Jet, Isman, and Barbie, they got the cheap heat, so sit back and have a seat. They got questions from the fans, in your head is the man from Australia to Japan.
Take down the road, oh shit, man. Back up the Mississippi. I have the brain and demons. We are bigger. We are faster. And we are all night long.
All you idiots, punks, perverts, and fools, be sure and tune in and listen to this show.
Where the hell am I? Why am I way over here, folks? And we are live here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Podcast. I'm the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting. Unlike that lying son of a bitch, the OIB. That's right. This is Nasty Neal, and I am back after a couple weeks off. I've been sick under the weather. Nothing extreme, folks. Just tired, and I don't know. It's like a ongoing cold or something. But we're not, I don't want to get into all this. But all our food's contaminated. So even if you eat well, you just don't know what's going on. But nonetheless, we are here. We got a lot of questions from the Headyverse, which I appreciate. A couple weeks of Dynamite, a couple weeks of Darkside of the Ring. So let me go over quick, because I did take notes the previous Dynamite last week, last Wednesday, the 14th, I believe it was. And maybe it was the 13th, 12th, maybe. It was someday. I think the 14th was the day we were going to talk about it. And so that was the one from Las Vegas. And so it had Paul White, the Big Show. And I know people, I'm on the mindset that the Big Show, Paul White, there's been a lot of missteps in hirings. Maybe they didn't know going in. They're like, well, Rusev, I think, was not used well. And I would agree with that. Not knowing maybe it was he himself who was the issue. There was people I thought going in was a waste of money, like Christian Cage, who turned out to be one of the best heels and having a great run right now. And I'm an honest man, so I'll admit when I was wrong, and that was one of the cases. I would put Mark Henry very close to the most worthless signing in AEW history. He just stood there and he said, it's time for the main event. Very worthless guy. Okada, I cannot say worthless, but way overpaid for the washed up bum that he is today. But I will say, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst signing, the biggest waste of money in AEW history, the Big Show, Paul White. He's not having, I think maybe he did a match on like Ring of Honor or something once. And the guy fucking sucks as a commentator. He just stinks. He's there talking about, nothing really. He adds nothing to the show. He has no presence on the mic. His calling card was always that he's a giant. He's a big guy. And who gives a fuck if you're a big, tall guy, a big, giant son of a bitch when you're doing commentary? What difference does that make? None. And so the only worth this guy has ever had in his career is meaningless at this point. And he just sucks. Adds nothing of value. Says some old cliches. He's been doing this now for a few years. I've been told, oh, Nasty Neal, you've got to see Paul White when he was on Dark. He was lighting up the town. He's like the modern day Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon combo is one man. It's like, whoa, really? And then they were telling me he was so great and whatever the hell, maybe he was on Ring of Honor. I don't know where he was. They were all lies. Paul White sucks. Probably getting paid millions of dollars. Sure, he's a nice guy, but he adds shit to the show. People tell me, oh, he's backstage. He's giving all the people advice. What kind of advice would he give someone? Hey, you should probably grow 2 feet. Hey, you should look more like Andre the Giant. Hey, you should dress like a baby and cry in the ring and destroy all your credibility. The guy isn't going to give any advice. He's not like he's Bret Hart. He's not Arn Anderson. He was tall, he's big, and that's it. And now he sucks. So this open, Will Ospreay talking about his granddad dying. This was last week. I don't know. Look, I think if you just said 1 week, you're like Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega and All In at Wembley, that would have been a better build than the stuff they put on TV between these two. It's not good. It's not. Look, I wanted to see the match before any build. I still want to see it, but I'm like, just get on with it already. This stuff's like rotten. Don Callis comes out. Look, I'm a big AEW fan, but my God, AEW. Are they just like doubling down on all the criticism they ever got? Because like these last 2 weeks, there's literally run-ins in every match, every promo, multiple run-ins to the point I don't even know who's fighting who. There's like 4 or 5 factions running in. Like there's sometimes like 20 guys in the ring. I have freaking no idea what's happening. And it's guys like the RPG Vice. No offense. Like, who gives a flying fuck about the RPG Vice? Nobody. Jack Doyle is a big, tough looking dude, but he's all but worthless too. I mean, he never wins a match or anything. And then Kenny Omega takes the sweet time coming in for the save and just gives like this gay ass promo. It's just like he's whispering. I don't know, fucking blue. And then Will Ospreay says he doesn't need any help. Then we go on. They're doing the Continental Cup. This is so strange. So they have the Continental Classic, which is their round robin tournament. Now they have the Continental Cup, which is a single elimination tournament, like King of the Ring. You can't have multiple tournaments with the same name in different formats. It'd be like if you had King of the Ring and then you had King of the Thing, and it was the King of the Ring tournament, then you had the King of the Ring Cup, and the King of the Ring tournament's a tournament, then the King of the Ring Cup is a battle royal or something. Just call it something completely different. You have multiple tournaments a year. The one is like takes up 2 months, the Continental Classic. And this one is for the same title, but it's single elimination. Why? Just to eat up like TV time? We'll just call it the anything. The tournament to crown the winner. I don't know. There's also so many belts in AEW. I really have no clue who's got what belt. What's the difference between the Continental belt and the national belt. And isn't there an international belt? I guess national's just U.S. or all the states maybe. Why do we have an international and a continental? Isn't that the same thing? Is the continental champion just the champion of the continents? And the international champion maybe could also defend it on the seas? He's like, I can defend it in the Atlantic Ocean, where the continental title cannot be defended on an ocean, has to be defended on ground. And if so, then what is the point of the world belt? Is it the world belt? The belt of the entire globe, the world? But why is it the international belt any different than the world belt? And why are they any different than the continental belt? And then to add, there's also, they have 100 people coming on the show with other belts from other companies. And I'm like, are these any of these matches for their belts? And if not, why are they carrying them around? And what's the significance of the CMLL, ladies champion? And doesn't she always lose? Persephone? Why does anyone win her belt? Does no one won it? Like, what's happening? And then, okay. I hate the shit on AEW. I'm a fan, but all right. Even if you've not watched AEW in a couple years, let's say you're not a regular. If you are a regular watcher, if you're not a regular watcher, let me tell you these three names, and you tell me who you think's going to win: MJF, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Nick Wayne. To top it all off, the winner is like, I don't know. They get the number one draft pick in the AEW fantasy league or something. What do they get? They're like the number one guy in some kind of tournament, or I don't know what the fuck they got, but they got something. And I was just like, I know he's gonna win. And that's fine. Like when I would watch Saturday morning wrestling and I'd see Iron Mike Sharp, and he's wrestling Cowboy Bob Orton, or anybody, Roddy Piper. He only wrestled a couple times on Saturday morning, and when he did, I knew he was going to win. Or anybody. See the Big Boss Man, he's wrestling Mario Mancini. It's not like I didn't know who was going to win. The difference was they didn't say Mario Mancini, Barry Horowitz, and the Big Boss Man. The winner is going to get a future title shot against Hulk Hogan. And then the match goes on 25 minutes. And it'd be like, does anyone in the crowd think Mario Mancini is going to wrestle Hogan at Saturday night's main event? No. So if you have MJF versus, Nick Wayne or Speedball Mike Bailey, that's fine. But it's got to be fairly quick. Not really any significance. It's just, he beats a guy. You could do Speedball versus Nick Wayne. Then you're not really sure he's going to win. The thing is, too, Nick Wayne is now just nothing because the guy has this innate ability. He looks like he's just this little asshole you want to see get beat up. And he's perfect when he's paired with Christian Cage. Because Christian Cage was also this guy you wanted to see get pummeled and destroyed. And so just this arrogance. And then you put the little scrawny Nick Wayne. It was a great combination. But Nick Wayne can't just be a guy. Like just a random guy who has matches. At that point, it's like, so he gets no character development, no promos. You can't just be an interchangeable guy, Nick Wayne. Then he's just this little skinny heel, and it makes no sense. Speedball, I used to really dislike seeing this guy. He's grown on me a little bit. You kind of see the charm in him. I almost think he's got more upside than the Jet, who they just are really enamored with. I just don't think that's a main event guy. Speedball, in a way, I think would make a better heel. He thinks he's cool and he's really not. I don't know what you do with the guy, but I know this. You don't put Speedball and Nick Wayne in a match with MJF, and expect anyone to think, a different outcome than what happened. David Finlay versus Switchblade. Wow. So this match was good. It's fine. But Switchblade got a huge reaction when he came back because he was a guy that I honestly thought AEW was like, oh, this is a great pickup for AEW. This is like a top tier guy. This is like could be up there with Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. These guys, Hangman Page. Never really happened. A blessing in disguise when he gets hurt this last time, because then you're off TV for a while. People forget what you're doing. Come back with a ton of momentum, and already I would say it's completely lost. Like, he's just a guy. He's not a bomb, but he's just a guy that could be in a match. Which they have a ton of guys that are good and can be in matches, but no momentum whatsoever anymore. And the next week, which I'll go over, this Wednesday, he lost to Moxley. And I don't even know why you put him in the tournament if he's not going to win it. Or at least not even go to the finals. Like, what was the point? You could just throw anybody in here. So, yeah, Switchblade won, and then he goes on to fight Moxley the next week and loses. Swerve returns. And, Swerve Swerve's he's one of the top tier guys for sure. He, a lot of guys get promo time, more promo than they used to in AEW, but that's not always a good thing. Should be people who can excel on it, and Swerve's a guy who can excel. So can Hangman, and I'll say that I think on Wednesday, I think Hangman was one of the best promos, and he also has he has presence when he's talking, and not everyone does, even some of the top guys. Will Ospreay does at times, but the stuff he's been given for this feud with Kenny's not been good. So anyway, Swerve returns, comes out to talk to Hangman and Brodito. Swerve and Hangman talk about what losers they are. Yeah, they just like who's a bigger loser, basically. And the demand comes out. Oh, no. Well, I don't know. This was last week. I just have some notes. I don't remember. But we had Jericho versus the Jet for the TNT title. They're really doing all they can to try to get a lot out of the Jet. Imagine if they would really get behind somebody who's like over and is at that level. Let's say if they would have got behind Jay White at this level. I think you could have a legit superstar if you gave Jay White the same push that you're giving the Jet. Because he's better. And he's more seasoned, not nearly as green. And he's ready for that push where Jet is not. I don't know if he ever will be, but he's definitely not right now. So Big Show's was terrible all night, but it was kind of fun when Jericho went to the table and him and the Big Show made out or whatever the hell they did. There was a lot of botchy, the whole finishes, everyone knows by now Jericho's going up to basically just walks over so Don Callis can hit him with the screwdriver. And then that's not even the finish. You get stabbed in the head with the screwdriver, and then it keeps going for a little while. And then Jet wins after kicking him in the nuts. Statlander wrestled Viva Van. Who knows? And then Foley comes out and he's all winky. He's like, I don't want to be a dick. Maybe he's got some kind of eye issues, and he starts called Statlander Stat Daddy. Stop it, Mick. Hit the like button. Don't be a fool. Then out comes Persephone for a tag match with Shida, and Persephone's got the Mexican title, I believe. And then they're wrestling CMML champion Thunder Rosa and the TBS champion Maya World. So there was 4 women and only one of them didn't have a title. So I'm like, at that point, when you have 4 women in a match, none of them have a tag belt, but it's 4 women, only one person doesn't have a title. It's no longer oh, that person's a champ. They're important. It's oh, that person isn't the champ. They suck. When you're the exception to the rule, you know what I'm saying? So if there's 4 people and they're all champions but one, that means they suck. If there's 4 people and one of them's a champion, that means they're better or they're important anyway. But if the majority of people are champions, that's no longer important. If 75% of the people in the ring are champions, it's no longer important to be champion. Because the odds are you're a champion at this point. Your odds are better to be a champion than not to be. I didn't watch it. I'm sure it was fantastic. We did a Darby promo, and then Kyle Fletcher with Don Callis saying, "Don't tell me I'm defending versus Takeshita." Don says Okada hasn't had a rematch either. So at All In, it's going to be Okada versus Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita. I'd rather see Takeshita and Fletcher. And then we had Jack Perry versus Moxley in the Continental Tournament, but not the Continental Classic. This is so confusing. I already went over this earlier. To add confusion to this, the Continental Champion is in this, and if they lose the belt, but not necessarily to the person that beats them. They will lose whoever wins this wins the belt. So in theory, Moxley could have lost to Jack Perry, but not lost the belt to Jack Perry, and then Jack Perry could have lost to Jay White, who still wouldn't be the champion, even though there is no champion. And then Jay White could have lost in the finals to some other guy, and then they'd be the champion, even though he literally didn't beat anyone who beat Jericho. I mean, Moxley. It's dumb. It's dumb. Let's see here. Got some folks in the chat. I've not been paying attention. Elegante was a big guy. Yeah, imagine if Elegante was on commentary, the great Khali. Chobo, my boy. Toronto Stevie, welcome back. Thank you, Stevie. Welcome back yourself. Good to see you guys. We got some jewels. Thank you. Hit the like button, subscribe, become a member, help support the channel. All right, so let me get to Dynamite this week. So Dynamite this week, this Wednesday, we had Will Ospreay and the United Kingdom versus Rocky Romero, Brian Cage, and the Murder Hawk Monster. I mean, it was an opening match, so fine, whatever. The ending was so strange because, like, Rocky Romero just starts, like, he's just like, yeah, I'm the fucking man for no particular reason. Just, like, stops mid-match and just starts, like, gyrating. And then so Will Ospreay runs over and hits him with like, that elbow thing and pins him. I thought, well, okay. But kind of a pointless match, like, just to get Will Ospreay in the show. But Will Ospreay's all over the show. So I don't really know why you need to wrestle. Kyle Fletcher promo. Takeshita comes out. They jibber jabber. A really weird sit-down interview with Kenny and Will. So we just, like, Will was just in the ring. Now he's, like, he's backstage. Like it's like a sit-down, like a mafia thing. Like, we got to have a sit-down, get the families together. And Will's just really quiet, talking like this. I didn't get it. I didn't even know Kenny was doing that. I don't even know what they were talking about. They're talking about, like, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. No videos to show what they're talking about. Just, they assume everyone watching this show knows everything that's ever happened in these guys' careers. I do not. And I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not just some J-bro, but you can't just assume everyone knows about Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and everything that happened in Japan. I don't know. I honestly, I zoned out because I'm like, I don't care. I just think they should wrestle. I don't care about all this nonsense. Then we had the TBS title match. It was presented to us by the show Lanterns. So I was hoping they were going to come out. They were going to wrestle with, like, green rings on or something. Maybe the Hurricane would run in, but he's working for WWE, I guess. Shida versus CMML champ, Persephone versus Statlander versus Maya World. So much like Night, Maya World is not ready for this level. She did a promo later on the show. She is just green as can be. She's all right. Like, I'm not saying fire, but she should not be a champion of any kind. No star power whatsoever. Persephone's the CMML champion. I've yet to see her win a match. Plus, like, no one ever vies for her belt. So what is the purpose? I don't get it. Badland Birds promo. They're very cringe to me. Quarterfinals. So we had Jay White versus Moxley. So again, I'm not going to go over this over and over. Just confusing. We have the single elimination tournament, but it's also the Continental, but it's not the Continental Classic, which is a round robin tournament. It's for Moxley's title, but he's not defending it each show. It's nonsense. There was this is awesome chant in this one and the previous match. It was not warranted in the previous one. This one was better. I don't know if it warranted a "This is awesome" chant, but that's cool. I did like the Mox won this match. But the thing is, Jay White, as I mentioned, when I was going over the last week's show, just completely lost all momentum he had from the comeback. Just another guy. They've really booked him for shit. So then they just were standing around, and I was like, why are we just sitting here? And then it was just running after running after running. So we had the Bang Bang Gang and then the Dogs, and they're fighting the conglomeration for some reason. Then the music hits for Brodito and Paige. I don't really know who does it, who hates who, because we literally had I think there was 4 factions now. We had Brodito and Paige. We had the Bang Bang Gang. We had the Dogs and the Death Riders. No, I guess Moxley just left. So this match was for the Moxley tournament, and then that was all an afterthought. Like, Moxley and his belt's an afterthought. The tournament's an afterthought. Now it's just about all these factions fighting. Then more people came out. So then we had 5 or 6 factions out here. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So it's Ricochet plus a Lethal Twist, which is like Jay Lethal and some J Bro. But are they part of Ricochet? I really no clue what's happening. So there's 25, literally, I'm not even joking. There's 20, 25 people out there, and at least 4 factions. And then Paige was like, I won't miss Wembley. I got to defend the 6-man, the trios title. Like I said, Paige comes off like a star. More so, honestly, on the mic than most people on the show. But it's basically just saying they want to defend their belts in Wembley. None of these people are like, we want the belt. It's like we're going to defend the belt. So I assume we'll just have some giant match with 8 trios of people all wrestling for the title. Maya World interview. Yeah, this was, oh my God, she stinks. And then Willow walks in, and Willow because Willow's I think I've seen her so much. I think she's really good. She's has a lot of charisma. People inherently like her. But oh my God, you could see the star power. Willow's up here, and Maya World's under you can't even see on the screen. She is just a nobody, no one. And then Willow basically they're gonna do something, maybe the Saturday, I think, but she's really looking for Mercedes because she's gonna fight Mercedes at Wembley. And then Maya's like, well, what about me? If I beat you, then it's me. And it's like, no one wants to see that. And so it was I don't know. Worthless. Jonathan Cruz comes out, MJF's personal Spanish translator, which this was pretty funny actually. Saying that how little MJF thinks of Andrade, so he says it in Spanish so Andrade can understand it. Cruz says he would fight Andrade tonight if he was here, but he's not here. He's a coward. And then Andrade comes out to a huge pop. They've done really well with Andrade, and I was against them re-signing him, and he just destroys Cruz immediately. But this was fun. But what was bad though? So Andrade's doing a promo, And it gets interrupted by something, like a pre-tape something, but then he just keeps going. And then they interrupt it again, actually with the pre-tape. So now when MJF pops up on the screen, it's pre-tape because we already heard it. So that was a bad botch. Then we have Mercedes and Willow are fighting to the arena, and they just have a big like brawl for a long time. Hechicero versus Nigel McGuinness, quarterfinals. I'm a big Nigel McGuinness fan, and I like the idea of him coming back once in a while, but I think it needs better build. I mean, there's no explanation. He's just suddenly in this tournament. Like, why? What is the criteria to be in this tournament? It's never explained. It's just like, we just pick 16 random guys are in this tournament. Like, why would Nigel McGuinness be in it? So there needs to be some explanation. Like a committee board picks the top 16 Continental guys. Maybe this would, if you're going to continue with all the Continental stuff, maybe you could assign like 3 or 4 legend people, like Daniel Bryan, who's the Continental on the Continental committee, and you could just show them like a couple times a year, they're putting together like their thought process and who's going to be in this, or it's like random. So they come out of a lottery, or people come out and give promos why they should be in it. Not just they're randomly chosen for no reason. Because why would Nigel McGuinness, who hasn't had a match in a year, why would he be in the tournament? Why would he be over, Swerve Strickland being in the tournament or something? There's just no reason whatsoever. Why is Hechicero in it, to be honest? He never wins a match. So Nigel sold the leg, basically, like he can't walk. I did like the end because then Nigel gets him in the front choke and then just chokes out Hechicero. Darby Allin video building up his match with Jet Knight. Jet's in the ring. Darby comes out and his pyro blows himself up, and this was real. This is real bogus stuff. This was like late 90s Raw or something. And then Kevin Knight just goes and attacks him, and then Sting's son comes out to help Darby, which was cool. So they're backstage, and Darby's on the stretcher, and Steve Bourne there is Sting's son. And Knight comes in, and he's just like, you got to stay in your lane. And I'm thinking, why does this guy listen to Knight for? It's not a group of people, so they're not going to attack Steve. He's not outnumbered. He towers over the Jet. Is he just afraid? So he's just a bitch? This just made Steve Borden Sting's son look like a bitch. He's standing there helping his buddy, and the guy just says, hey, stay in your lane, and he's like, okay. Like, what the fuck? Go beat the guy up. He just maimed your friend, and then blew him up with pyro, like attempted murder, I guess. And you just stand there and you're like, oh, he said I can't do anything, so I guess I can't. Then we had fucking El Clone. The guy that he's the clone of isn't even on the show anymore, but he's still El Clone. El Clone, Mark Davis, and Jake Doyle versus Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Will confronts Kenny at Gorilla. The Elite one, I honestly didn't pay too much attention because the show is so long. I'm sure this match was great. I actually like Mark Davis and Jake Doyle. El Clone, just get rid of that guy. Or get a new name or something. Plus, he doesn't go with. So you get these two hairy tough dudes, and then like a luchador who's a clone of a guy that's not even in the company. And then there was just these endless run-ins. Every match just run-in after run-in after run-in, and then Cope runs in, and the Cage runs in, and then I don't know exactly what happened because the overrun was over half. I record a half hour extra. I guess I recorded an hour extra because then it ended. So there you go. These builds have not been good at all for All In. And there's literally not even a run-in. There's like 3 or 4 run-ins in every match, like run-in after run-in after run-in. Like, my God, what's happening? So Paul Orndorff, Dark Side of the Ring was great. went over his early career, really put him over. I think he gets overlooked a lot because I think a big part of it was he had his big run right before the kickstart to the pay-per-view era. Like he was part of the pay-per-view era, but at that time honestly, he already peaked at that time. So he's part of WrestleMania 1, but then like his big run with Hogan is not on pay-per-view, even though it breaks records that were held for years for attendance. But, it wasn't like on a WrestleMania or SummerSlam or something. So it's a little bit forgotten. And he never, even though he's at WrestleMania 1, but he's literally the guy that gets beat at WrestleMania 1 in the Mr. T Hogan Piper match. So I don't think he gets seen a lot for the star he was. So this did a good job of showing that, I thought, and showing what natural he was in the ring, a legit tough guy, kind of really total package. He could wrestle, take bumps for a bigger guy, had the physique. So he had all these things going from kind of like a natural cocky asshole. I never thought he was a great promo, but I think, it kind of worked when you're seeing it now. I really liked having him on the show when we had him on. He's a nice guy. I hate to even say this, but Brian Blair with like the really tall tales, that he beat up 7 sheriffs and like when they probably shot the guy or something. I have no doubt that he's a tough guy, but and then the nerve damage. And then I remember as a kid, you could over the years see how that arm atrophies and it slowly starts to just go away. And it was always even weird as a kid, and Paul did all he could. Like he would always show off the other arm when he do the flex. And then I didn't know a lot of this stuff. So he retires with a lot of money and then terrible. It gets all stolen from him. And then he's forced to come back to the ring when he's like, got nerve damage. And that just makes it worse. And then, and then his demise, outside of wrestling, really sad with the family. And I thought his son was the star of this. His son was great, really stood up for what he believed in, said that his dad, could be a hard guy, but he's a great man. And so I really liked his son in all of this. And then reliving the when Orndorff was doing the pile drivers to what were that team called? The power plant guys. That was really bad. And I don't know, maybe it was cut out, but I thought there'd be more people really going off on Russo for that, especially like Cornette, but they might have cut some of that out. Russo was not involved in this one to give his side of that. But this was a great episode, very sad. And it was, rough to see how Paul, ended his life. Very unfortunate to a guy to give his life, really, his body to the ring, to the wrestling business, and then end up, really without much of anything. And his son was there for him. The Missy Hyatt one was really good. I saw that one last night. Missy Hyatt, Darkside of the Ring. I've been in talks with John Tatum over the years on and off. Never got to have him on the show. I'm a Hollywood John Tatum fan. I actually always wondered what happened to him because he never had like a run in WCW or WWE. I don't think he's really a WWE guy, but I could have seen him having a run in WCW. And then it's mentioned there he had a bad car accident. But I was really happy to see him look. You could tell it's him by the voice, but he did look a lot different. Hopefully, I can eventually get him on the show. So the guy you really kind of forgotten in time, Hollywood John Tatum, like a territory star. Probably his he got used a little bit more because of his connection with Missy Hyatt. The stuff with Vince was really interesting because I've heard that rumor before, and some people kind of like would shoot it down a little bit. But I think now looking back, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, that didn't happen. And I've seen people who say like, well, Missy Hyatt, she's with all these other guys. Why would it matter? It's like, well, you still have free will. If you're with multiple partners of your own doing, that's not to say that doesn't mean that anyone can. You just give in to anyone who just says let's have sex or whatever. You just do it. So I'm a Missy Hyatt fan. I always thought she got a lot of heat. Was a great presence, And I've heard many times of stuff with Eric Bischoff. I tend to believe it, that she got really screwed over there. I also tend to believe, especially back then, that women weren't paid fairly, and that's too bad because she was a big star back then. She said for that calendar she got paid $19. That's pretty insane. Bonnie Blackstone on here. I remember I actually met her at one of the Legends Fan Fest. I'd be interested to get Bonnie Blackstone on the show. Baby Doll came off really well on this one, I thought. It's nice to see Paul Lee gave her, her shot in ECW. It was too bad Missy Hyatt really looked down on ECW at the time because I thought she did great stuff there, and I'm a big ECW fan. But I think, part of it's probably she was on, she was used to being on this bigger stage, and then maybe look kind of like I'm working with like a lot of these indie guys now. I don't know. It's too bad though. I think maybe she could have, if she was really had her heart in that, I think it could have been a great run. But, this was also sad too. There was like a couple moments where she talked about like, that's all over now. You can't go back. But about like how the rush of being on camera, being in front of a crowd is bigger than any drug. So I like this one a lot. You got to see, and she's a very honest person, I think. So I like this one. This was a good episode, Missy Hyatt. All righty, folks. And I wish Missy well. We had her on the show years ago, Natural Born Thrillers. There we go. It was a fairly short interview. I'd like to get her back on if possible. Yeah. Orndor's son. I thought he was really the star of that episode. Too many endless tournaments. And you can't have them all called the same thing. They can't all be continental tournaments. What the hell is going on here? All right. Here we go, folks. If you want to join me, talk some wrestling, I'm going to go over these questions. There's a lot of them this week. We're going to go back to doing some regular shows here. All right. I do apologize for being late. I'm going to play a quick little video here while I'm getting the questions ready. This is a highlight from there's a couple videos from Without Your Head and our sci-fi night.
Greetings, carbon-based life forms. I am Vora. My people have intercepted your planet's transmissions. Your species produces strange visions. We find them delicious. On Without Your Head, Thursday, July 30th, transmit your favorite Earth videos. Resistance is futile.
All right, and just to let everyone know here at the beginning here, I'm a little under the weather. I've been having a little bit of chest pain. Oh!
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Hey, guys.
I was getting worried about you, Neal.
I
Yeah.
He was very method in his part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was really good.
I saw that coming.
Liar, Troy. You lying back. Oh, I get it. He was a joke with the third eye. All right. Here we go. We got some folks backstage. We got Vic Schiavone. And Mr.
For about
Stevie.
2 seconds, my heart stopped when you did that thing up here.
I threw that hoodie away afterwards. I thought, oh, maybe it could have been a prize on the show or something. Because I cut the I cut it with a knife, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this now. I might as well just toss it. Hello, Mr. Petrelli.
Oh,
Got
hi,
the
how are you?
Paisans here. The FBI, full-blooded in your head. Good to see you all. Sorry I haven't been on the show the last couple weeks. I've not been like deathly sick, just like sick where I like didn't feel like doing anything.
Glad you're feeling
Just sleeping a lot. So what's on your mind, Mr. Schiavone?
well. First off, I got an ad in my email that the WWE is doing a show right before, I guess, War Games. It's going to be a week before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And just for giggles, I went to see how much the ticket price was compared to what I paid for AEW.
Hold on one sec, Chobo. Let's Vic finish. All right.
All right, no problem.
So I checked the very same seat I paid $38 for
Damn.
AEW. It's $156.
Holy crap!
So I won't be there.
Yeah, 5 times
Wow.
the price. Yeah.
Wow. So
yeah, that's crazy. All right, Mr. Chobo's got Christmas with him.
So how you doing, everybody?
Let's see
How's your
Christmas
week?
again.
Hi,
real quick.
good.
Right now.
Let's see Christmas again.
All right.
Hey, Christmas. We got
Christmas
to see
the
Tweak
dancing
last night.
dog.
Yeah. We saw Tweak last night, Tara's dog.
Hey, Michael, I'm so ready for 1 week until Legend of the White Dragon.
Okay, cool. That should be
I can't
good.
wait. AMC's still negotiating, but we'll see what happens.
Sweet.
Okay,
I
I saw Cinemark is showing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
They have
I
it at
can't wait. I got my
Cinemark.
ticket.
we don't have Cinemark.
Okay, cool.
And my birthday's coming
Oh,
up.
Hell yeah. It's been coming up for 3 months, I think.
No, in about 1 week. I'll be
All right.
43.
All right, 43.
Cool.
You're almost as old as me.
Yeah, so I'm doing good and everything.
I think Mr. Petrelli's the baby here on the show.
Yeah.
He's only 17.
So yeah, I didn't watch NXT. I did watch NXT from last week. Zua Fatu is there.
Who? Zua Fatua?
Zua Fatu, the son of Umaga.
Umaga-san, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Is
I
he
know
in
him before. He was a
Bloodline?
very nice guy. Even though he was a
Funny.
heel in 3 Minute Warning, he was very nice to me.
Yeah, I mentioned him in my memoirs, but the thing is that Zua Fatu got a lot of money to go to WWE.
That's good. Good for
That's
him.
money. Money talks, and I'm not watching SmackDown
Yeah.
tonight, unfortunately.
That's why I didn't go to WWE. Their offer was too low. They wanted me to join the Bloodline.
But the thing is that
Or they wanted you to do the Sirius, the propaganda one on the Sirius, whereas WWE's the best.
I'm going
Talk
to
about
Medieval
the
Times tomorrow.
Oh, I went to Medieval Times when I was
It's gonna be fun.
like 16. I think I was. It was in the
How you doing,
90s.
Vic and Steve? I'm doing good and everything.
My night one, we had the Red Knight, and he came out and he gave a rose to my mom.
Wow. That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I didn't
just
like
playing
that they
with
don't
my
give you
dog,
napkins.
He went, oh no, I like
I wanted
that.
napkins.
I don't. You got to be a
Christmas.
real man when you're at the. You just eat a whole chicken
So
with
cute.
your
He's a
hands.
toy poodle.
No spoon for your soup. You just pick it up.
Wow, we're not going to drink soup. We're going to drink donut.
Drink donuts.
Eat donut. Eat
Oh, eat
donut.
donut.
And Pepsi. I
They
had fried
gave
chicken.
me red wine. My mom's like, he's only 15 or whatever.
Yeah. So this week I'm going to go see Legend of the White Dragon. Next week I'm going to a Yankee game against your Red Sox.
Go Red Sox. I haven't watched baseball in, I don't know, 40 years.
Living me Christmas.
Hell yeah, Christmas. It's Christmas time. And
It's almost.
I won't be here for Christmas. I'll be in Vienna. I'll be in Austria.
Well, as for me, I don't know where I'm going to be. I might be working. He wants to play.
Hey, don't show any. Don't show
I'm
any.
sorry.
No,
So
it's all right.
X-Men, they just cast for X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the episode 1 of Lanterns.
What member of
Green
X-Men
Lanterns.
would make a great wrestler?
Me.
Wolverine.
I'll make it an alternate reality.
I think the Blob.
The Blob, Psylocke.
Colossus would be
Yeah.
a good wrestler.
So yeah,
Juggernaut,
I
Juggernaut.
watched a little bit of NXT. I haven't been watching AEW as of late. I've been too tired.
All right, we gotta start sleeping, Chobo.
I know it's getting me ready for the AMC job.
There's like 80 hours of wrestling a week.
80 hours on Netflix that I've been watching. I watched the first SummerSlam on Netflix. I got a Netflix account. I got Tubi. My movie Green from Tromaville's on there.
Oh yeah, so is in the Once and Future Smash and End Zone 2.
Wow.
They're
wow.
on QB.
I'm watching The Mask right now for its 32nd anniversary.
But the uncut one is here in my hand on
That's
Blu-ray,
cool.
and you can also see the uncut one on Bloodstream.
Christmas is being wild right now.
The uncut one has full frontal nudity.
I had fried chicken, pasta, and Pepsi for dinner.
Sweet, but not mine. It's not my full
What?
frontal nudity. So don't get too
Ah,
excited, Chobo. Oh, Chobo's out of here. He heard
Fine,
full
man.
frontal nudity. He's gonna go check it out. Spoiler: it's Bill Whedon. You see Bill Whedon's penis. I know it's a big seller amongst everybody out there. Stevie, what's on your mind?
Well, so yeah, I think I haven't been able to watch as much wrestling this week. I think there's like about 12 to 13 original hours of wrestling per week,
Yeah,
not counting Collision.
Right.
But yeah, all I got to see was Raw this week because my wife and I have been watching movies. Been on vacation past 2 weeks, so I've been spending a lot of time with her.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
This Sunday is our 4-month anniversary.
Well, you got a lot of time to
What
catch
you gonna do?
Maybe we'll watch
next month.
I don't know.
This month we celebrated
this was her birthday
27
this
years.
Oh wow! Congratulations!
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations, my man.
But I did a Raw report. I thought Raw was
Wow.
better than last week. Last week, in a word, sucked.
Yeah.
Raw this week was a little bit better.
Yeah, Michael told me it was great. He loved it.
I haven't seen it in like a year.
I thought Raw was better because it reversed some of the bad stuff they did the previous week. Because I thought they were headed to burying Solo because he got himself over, just like they've done with so many.
He got over.
Solo is way over right now.
Whoa! What the hell? Is this an alternate reality?
Yeah, it seems like it. That seems to be the direction
Ow, that
WWE
hurts
is
my
going
head.
with
It's
Solo
like straight in my
Sikoa.
head.
Like now they want him to be this super over baby face, and I guess the crowd's reacting to him. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I mean, like Bloodline 5.0, 6.0, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
it's enough.
I went on a rant about how the future should be now. It should be Braun Breaker and Obafemi being pushed to the moon, but instead it's Bloodline, more Bloodline drama.
Jesus.
You know, probably building to the Survivor Series in some form or fashion.
Has this gone, like, I'm not even joking. Is this like the 10-year like storyline? When did the Bloodline start?
And they're bringing and they want to reform it with the original. Okay, bring back the Usos, bring back Jacob. Now we want Solo back in, but Solo, Samoan Spike to Roman Reigns. I thought that was I like that. But
August 2020. So this is the 6-year anniversary of the Bloodline.
it kind of reminds me of the NWO going on.
It's gone on longer. It's gone on
And it's
because
longer than the NWO.
Yeah, NWO was only like 3 or 4 years. This
Yeah.
is 6 years.
The NWO was way better, I think.
It's silver and black NWO. I mean, like
They need, you know how they had like the LWO and stuff? They need like another bloodline where it's just like some other race. Oh, it went from July 96 to July 2002. I mean, from March 22. Oh, no, that was in WWE. So the original one went from 96 to 99. So, yeah, 3 years. This has gone on twice as long as the NWO.
And it
Wow,
feels
that's
like
crazy.
it too.
It does. It feels like 3 times as long. Yeah. I'll be honest. The first couple of years I thought was the best stuff in WWE. Like, it had really good storyline, and I was never big on a lot of the matches because, well, some of the matches are good, but that's when they started those matches where like people just stand around and they talk like in the ring, and it was almost like a play, yeah, instead of a wrestling match. And I'm not a fan of that. That became like a big deal for a while. But yeah, this is 6 years. Good Lord. What would be another good race to start like a because they did the Latino World Order. It's a bad thing. What other race should they do? I don't know. They have a lot of luchadors. They can do like the Aztec bloodline. Throw all of those guys in there. That's my.
I guess.
I don't know. It's been going on forever. I guess it's
think
good
The Rock,
if you're Samoan
has his
heritage.
influence.
Yeah,
The Rock's
thing
calling them, telling them push the bloodline.
Yeah, because now in the next like 5 years, like they can bring The Rock back for all the Hall of Fame inductions because they'll just induct everyone that was ever in the bloodline.
The Rock presents the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Like now we're putting in what was the guy? What did the guy say earlier? Alpha Noe or something. I don't know. Who are all in the bloodline? We got Solo, suck him off, but you say Solo's over? You know what? Good for him. Good for him. Because he sucked for years, and not even sucked. I just thought he was like useless. He was like Baron Corbin, like. Where wasn't necessarily bad at anything, but he stuck out at nothing. So good for him. Then he finally got over. What is he now?
I can't believe
he's Neal or is he a baby? Oh yeah, Baron Corbin.
He's big time baby face.
Wow, all right.
I
would have never thought
he's probably going to be teaming with LA Knight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. LA Knight's another one. Boy, he's a guy that the fans have always loved, but it seems like I don't really watch the show anymore, but it seems like he's a guy that everyone loves and just never really does anything. I've barely ever seen him because I only ever watch the pay-per-views, and I don't see him very often.
Well, they're
he said he thought he was going to get fired. If Vince didn't get out of power, he said he probably would have got fired because they made him the manager of the male models, the Max Dupree guy. They turned him into a manager. He said Vince McMahon didn't like him at all.
Yeah, it's always been historically hard in WWE to get over if they don't see it in you. Like it's possible, but it's very hard. You have to get like mega over for them to actually get behind you. If they didn't like you to be, like Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would even put Austin in there because like they just saw him as this like kind of guy. But if they like you, they'll give you shot after shot until you get over or you don't. But you'll still get shot after shot after shot.
Like Cody.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Cody would have this chance right now if it wasn't for him leaving and starting AEW.
Yeah.
He might have been brought back, dude. Yeah.
Like Intercontinental Champion or something. Yeah. I think
Stardust level. So, what's the next WWE pay-per-view coming up?
Oh, Sunday night's main event. It's
So just so it can be up against Wednesday.
They're up against all in. Is it?
Why? Just so they can try. And then if anyone out there like, oh, they don't care about AEW, it's like, are you a moron? Like,
they've loaded this show. The amount of matches that they're going to be putting on, like they're going to have Braun Breaker versus Oba. I'd
like to see that. I'd actually like to see that. Yeah. Just two big dudes meet to meet.
And like I said, this is I mean, you remember when WWE pushed Kevin Nash, they gave him 3 belts in less than a year, including the world title.
Right.
And I think, like I said, this is just my own preference. This is backwards. Oba and Braun were in the middle of the show, whereas in the main event segment was the Bloodline. And sorry, I just kind of check out now. I'm kind of at this point where I think one or both of these guys should be the main event storyline. But Braun's,
I'm I've always been a big Braun
title belt. He really doesn't need,
Yeah. Is Braun Bronson still there?
Well, he might be coming back. Yeah.
I like Bronson Reed. I know my old coach used to hate him, but I like Michael Petrelli. What is on your mind?
I've been enjoying the Dark Side of the Ring. I think it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
There's only one episode left with Zach Gowen, so I hope they get another
really?
season next year. I like it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I've always been a fan of the show. You know, some of the episodes are better than others, but overall, I've always really enjoyed the show.
Yeah,
I really
me
liked the
too.
Missy Hyatt one. I thought that was a surprisingly good one. I don't know if surprising, but I was like happy to see some people on there that you don't see all the time, like a Bonnie Blackstone. But the I really liked Hollywood John Tatum on it. Like I said, I was a fan of Hollywood John Tatum. So then I was wondering what happened to him, and then I found out he was in a car accident. I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I've tried to get him on the show. I've talked to him on and off for years about coming on. So.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe he'll come on. Maybe people are asking him more for interviews now that he's been on Dark Side of the Ring. But also the build-up for All In, I haven't been that crazy about it. I mean, I think Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay would be a good match, but
yeah,
I don't think the build-up's
honestly,
been very good.
No, I think it's been bad. I think if you just said Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, that's a better build for it than the stuff I've been seeing. Like, yeah, I think you just that match you're into, but then all the stuff they do for it doesn't add any interest. Like, it's just these super long promos, and they're weird, and they talk about, stuff like Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and like this guy's grandfather and Kenny Omega. I saw like I don't know if it was Meltzer or his buddy, but they were saying like he was like on another level in these promos. But I thought he's bad in these promos, Kenny Omega. He acts like super weird and whispers.
Yeah, hasn't been great. Hasn't been good, really.
No, and
Insure did tell me. Speaking of, he did tell me he thinks Maya World is blowing Tony. I don't think that's true at all.
Maybe she stinks.
I was like, I don't think so. I know she's really bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's a TBS champion.
No, she's just I don't want to say she stinks. She's just so green, like, and has no star power at all. Like, it looks like you just put like a trainee and like suddenly they're the champion for some reason.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's true.
It's bad. And Jet's kind of the same for me. He's not quite.
I agree.
Is like as bad as her, but clearly not ready for that spot.
You can't just put belts on people when they're not ready for the spot.
Yeah,
really.
And if they
doesn't work,
if they would have got behind some people that were already over and ready, as much as they have Kevin Knight, like if they would have got behind Switchblade as much as they have Kevin Knight, he'd be a superstar. But they're really trying, but I don't really know why. Like, why was he the guy they decided to go with?
I don't know. I don't get. He was in a tag team with Speedball Mike Bailey right before that. He wasn't even like a singles guy.
Yeah, and it's not like they have I get it if you have a really, really small roster, so you have to like take chances on people. But they have a giant roster, and they have so many guys that most people see aren't really used to their like potential. Like, Switchblade. There's a lot of guys you could look through the roster like that. So I don't get it. And I like Don Callis, but I'm getting really sick of the Don Callis family. There's like 50 of them, and they run in every match. I'm like, okay, like, God, and they're all like guys that never win. Like, why do I care if Roppongi Vice runs in?
Yeah. I know. I like Don Callis too. I think he should be a commentator when he's done being a manager. I've always been a fan of him.
He'd be a lot better than Big Show was really rotten last week.
Oh my God, Big Show's horrendous. I don't know why he's even on there.
I don't know. People were telling me like he's gotten so good on wherever he does commentary, but I don't know.
Oh God. Well, he's better than like Booker T or something like that.
I don't even know if that. I mean, maybe he's not as annoying as some people, but he's definitely not good.
No, he's not good. I like Daddy Magic. I think he's way better than
Big Show. He was great. I'm a big Daddy Magic fan. I think that's a really underrated guy. I'd rather see him get the Kevin Knight push, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that should be in that spot instead.
Yeah, I think Brian Cage has a lot of negatives, but like if they would have got behind him to this level when he came back, you would at least have like a short run with him. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's lots of guys. Like Switchblade had all this momentum when he came back, and I think he's already just a guy.
I was at that pay-per-view where he fought MJF for the world title, and he was super over.
Yeah. Then when he came back, a few weeks ago, like he was so over, and already I think they squandered it. He's just like, he's just an interchangeable guy. He's over to a degree, but he's not any different. Did any of you guys see any of the tweets with Road Dogg?
Yeah, I saw them.
Not even the stuff about. I think the political stuff is kind of silly because like Jericho's in AEW, so this idea that they didn't hire him because he's a right wing guy, I think is kind of silly. Like, there's no other possible reason they couldn't have hired him. But some of the stuff he said before that was just really just dumb because he said that like the tag belts are below the guns. Like, and I was like, what are you talking? So what would be the point of a tag team if like the tag belts are below them? And the tag belts are like pretty prestigious in AEW. They've main evented shows, and it's not like they're just like used as like put on just nobodies. You have the Young Bucks and FTR. What would be the point of your tag team if they would be too good to be the tag champs? Like, and of all people, the Guns. Like, I like them, but it's a really bad take. I think that's more the reason why they probably didn't hire him. Like a guy who thinks that like a tag team is too good to be the tag champs. The tag champs now are Edge and Christian, two of like one of the biggest tag teams that's ever existed. And both were main event guys in the singles.
Yeah.
Take away then.
Let's see. Stephen Butler wants to know, what is the better Jericho character? Corazon de Leon or the Painmaker? I'm a big Jericho fan. I even like the tree one there. What was
the
it?
learning tree.
The learning tree.
The learning tree.
But
thanks, guys.
Yeah, I do not like the Painmaker. I think he looks very cringy with the. Maybe you could get someone to do his face paint for him or something.
Maybe you could put on like a mask or something.
Yeah, it's no.
Or he does have a mask, but he takes it off.
Yeah, it's probably the only one I think is not great. Rhea Ripley could be signed.
I'd say the Mexico one I like more though. Corazon de Leon.
Yeah, I like it. But I do like that Jericho has always reinvented himself over the years.
Yeah, he's not like the Bloodline or something. Like the same thing over and over.
I knew when he came back with the song, people would love him again. Stephen Butler also wants to know, Rhea Ripley could be sidelined for months following surgery. Should WWE remove the interim tag from Chelsea? Yeah, I hate the interim to begin with. Just they should just be the new champ or whoever's the new champ, and then they have an immediate rematch when they come back.
Yeah, that women's belt is the latest.
Yeah, because she's hurt now too, isn't she?
Yeah, the jinxed belt is. Chelsea got a broken orbital wound.
Bad, yeah.
So I think she should come back if she's going to come back. Put the Phantom of the Opera mask on her or something. But
yeah, we haven't seen that gimmick for a little while.
Yeah.
Brie Bella announced she was injured at SummerSlam. Are you sad? Well, I don't like to see anybody injured, but am I sad that I won't see Brie Bella? No. But I'm not happy that she's hurt. Vic Schiavone on this week's Raw Report, is Stephen Butler going to delete Becky Lynch's comment about Dominic Mysterio like Netflix?
Oh no, I covered that.
Netflix. She made a comment that who was she talking about? She was talking about
Liv Morgan.
Liv
Morgan.
That Liv wasn't even the best women's champ that slept with Dominic Mysterio. And when Netflix went back for the replay, they cut that line out.
Why? It's Netflix.
You think it?
It's not.
They have like
Netflix says, and Netflix came on. We're gonna get the we're gonna get the
the
Attitude Era
back.
again. No, we're not.
Because that's a pretty tame statement.
So
I think that's more WWE doing self-censorship, maybe. I think because they have like a lot of rough stuff on Netflix. They used to have like softcore porn on Netflix when they first started streaming.
Yeah, and they show R-rated movies. I mean, lots of R-rated movies. There's way more
The
language
Human
than
Centipede 2 was on it.
Yeah,
the one
there's way
starring your
more-
friend, Neal.
Yeah, there was way more language than Sleep With. I mean, that's
Well, you remember that episode, one of those, if you ever saw that Unscripted or whatever the hell that show is that they do, the one where Triple H admonished Tiffany Stratton for her comment about Charlotte Flair's marriages. They're pretty. I mean, he said we don't do that here. We don't do that here. So maybe it is self-censorship on WWE's part.
Yeah, yeah, because they show a lot of stuff on Netflix, but it's weird to like, because they bragged about like it gonna be like more adult and stuff when they were going on Netflix. Like, when if you're letting your kid watch wrestling where people are like beating each other up, would you care about someone saying sleeping with?
That
Like,
would go
that's
over my
pretty
head if I
tame.
was a little kid. I wouldn't
Yeah,
understand it if I was a little kid.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to celebrate Arbor Day in prison? Damn, Brian Matthew Clutter wants to know. I've not. That's pretty harsh. Wow. Where did that come from? I don't know where that came from. So, Lexar, WWE announced that the 2027 Royal Rumble will take place at State Farm Stadium in Arizona. It could also be the event that will have 2 nights of the Royal Rumble. Are you intrigued? Well, my friend and co-host Tara does live in Arizona, so
It's like 6 hours for me, but I bet the tickets are like $1,000 for a nosebleed.
right. Well,
I would have loved to see. I always wanted to see Royal Rumble live too.
Yeah, I was at one.
If I could get a good ticket, I'd go.
I was at the one. Is it '94? The one that Luger and Bret Hart win.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
It is fun being at Royal Rumble, though. You know, when people come out. I remember even like Greg Valentine was in that. Like he was one of the legends that came out. He got a really good pop.
Oh, that's cool. I always loved the Royal Rumble. It sucked it was in Saudi Arabia this year.
Yeah. Stevie.
It was like empty
Stevie
too.
flew out, I think.
It was so weird. Oh.
Have you ever flown to Saudi Arabia, Michael?
No, I don't think I'd come back. I'd be afraid.
WWE has a tour planned to Hawaii in October this year. It's the first time since 2019 that WWE had an event on the island. Well, no offense, Lexar, but why are you like, you really like have like this weird like obsession about like what like states wrestling is in? I unless it's like near me or there's something like really weird or something, I don't think I could care less like where like an event takes place. Like, do I care at all if like a show's in Hawaii? No, doesn't affect me at all.
I'm going to go to Hawaii for my birthday next month. I've never been there before, so I'm looking forward to that.
You have to see if you can see any wrestling while you're there. But does it interest you if like, oh wow, this show's from Hawaii? I definitely have to buy it.
Well, I guess not, but it is kind of. When was the last time that he said they were there? The year 2000 or something?
2019.
Oh,
so
2019. Oh, I thought. Yeah. Oh, I thought he said the year 2000.
The WWE hasn't been back to Poughkeepsie since last year. Are you intrigued that they're going to be running a house show in Poughkeepsie? It's been rumored that the WWE Hall of Fame will take place in Saudi Arabia during. Oh God, are you intrigued? No. I feel bad for any of the legends going in this year. They're like, they get called up. Oh, you're going in the Hall of Fame. Like, oh wow, thanks. Yeah, here's your ticket to Saudi Arabia. Like, what?
Don't be surprised you don't see any female legends next year.
Yeah, right. Yep.
I wonder if they try to get Vince to headline it.
Yeah, he probably
if he gets like all dropped. You know, the fucked up thing though is if No Chance in Hell, that music hit, the crowd would go crazy for him.
Oh yeah, it would. He could be inducted by the Prince of Saudi Arabia, maybe.
That time you made Trish Stratus bark like a dog. I love that, Mr. McMahon.
Imagine if they did put like one of those women in. Oh my god. They couldn't wear. Like,
he gives him a
like
statue, and it's like
dress
Trish
or
on her knees
anything.
barking like a dog.
And if you're like an old, like one of the old guys, like you're 70 or 80, like even besides it just being Saudi Arabia, like do you want to take like this, like 10-hour flight or something?
No, you'd send in like a video message, maybe. I guess I don't know.
Lexar, WWE filed a trademark for Vice City. What does it mean? I don't know. How the hell do I know?
It's a great Grand Theft Auto game back in the day.
They'll probably get sued. The funny thing is, WWE is always the first to like take legal action against anybody who uses any of their content. But then, like, you're supposed to feel bad for them when they just like rip other people's content.
It was good that Ray Liotta played the main character in that game.
Oh, really?
It's like a voiceover, yeah. And Burt Reynolds was in it too.
Oh, wow.
Is the bad guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I never played the video games when they started to get like people, like there wasn't like, like some legendary actor in Dig Dug or something.
Yeah.
Qbert. I'm trying to get the rights to Qbert so I can make the Qbert movie. AEW has launched the AEW podcast network to compete with WWE Radio. Thoughts? Could not care less.
Existed.
I have Sirius XM in my car, and I really hate that it got turned into like a propaganda WWE radio network.
Yeah. No,
but it's not like
it's going to be all fair. It's going to be all fair and square.
I can't stand Bubba Ray Dudley. I have to turn it off when he comes on.
Jody Threat. Who's on the AEW podcast? I didn't even really know they did. I know Renee maybe, and I don't really know.
The RJ City guy, maybe. I don't. Maybe Excalibur. I don't know.
Jody Threat and Mara Said has left TNA.
Marachade.
Okay, he did not spell that way. Well, that is what are your favorite thoughts and memories of Jody Threat and Mariah?
I don't know. I never heard of them. TNA can't go like 1 month. Can TNA go 1 month without losing somebody? It seems like they lose somebody every single week.
Do you have any memories of them, Stevie? Were you a big fan?
No, they were just replaceable talent on the women's roster on TNA.
Yeah, I honestly don't think I've ever seen either one. I wish them well. Last week, while TNA was in Philadelphia for 2 sets of Impact tapings, they invited new 76 player LeBron James to the event and didn't show up. The company now says it's a publicity stunt. That's a terrible publicity stunt if you lie. That's bad publicity. So like, we're gonna invite, need some big star, and then he's not there. That doesn't make you look good.
George Clooney and Brad Pitt will be on TNA Impact next week. Oh, actually, they didn't show up.
Yeah. If I was saying, next week on the show, and I said some big star, and then they just, never even really asked them or anything. That'd be pretty shitty. On a related note, a fan is suing TNA over the LeBron debacle, saying he wanted. See, it is it is false advertising.
Well, you look at the size of those buildings that TNA runs in. Do you really think they can afford like an appearance by LeBron James?
Yeah, they should say like
they run in like community college gyms.
Yeah. It should be like Bugsy Bogues are showing up or something.
They did a whole bunch of shows at this place here in Toronto when their budgets were really slashed, and it kind of did look like a fancy looking bingo hall with, but I want
here
to
they ran it they ran the local community college here, University of Irvine. So they go like college campuses, kind of like NXT.
How much? What's their capacity?
They had a lot of people actually. It was like 3,000 or 4,000 when I went last year. But the tickets were like $25. But it was all general admission, so I got to go up front, which was cool.
They should have someone from like the Harlem Globetrotters or something. So hold on. I'm gonna add in the Luddite. He is backstage. Should we allow this guy on?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
What's up?
Hey,
Luddite Supreme.
Damn right.
How you doing?
I'm done.
Good. Do you have any memories of Jody Threat?
I was thinking with Jody and she was threatening. I remember that.
TNA has a new sponsor, Luddite Supreme. Dude Wipes are the new sponsor of TNA. Are you intrigued?
No.
Well, are we going to see the Hardy Boys doing their commercials?
It's nice to make money, obviously, but like I don't know. This match is brought to you by Dude Wipes. Gets your asshole clean.
I guess it's better than Blue Chew, maybe. I don't know. Or Viagra or something.
Is it better to have I was just saying, is it better to have a hard dick or a clean ass? But you take the Blue Chew because you can't get a hard dick, I guess.
Yeah, so they'd have somebody have to do the
all
commercial.
your fans have limp dicks.
Yeah.
CM Punk reportedly pooped his tights, aka did the WV during his match with Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Thoughts?
Not the first time that's happened.
No. Yeah. Bad. What would you do if you were wrestling somebody and they shit themselves? That's a real question.
Was it?
Maybe CM Punk needs Depends. Maybe they need to have the Depends sponsor in WWE.
Yeah. Was it Undertaker gave an interview in which he said that Sid did the same thing during their match?
Yeah. I've seen it a few times where you could see has anyone shit their pants where it just like comes right out of their tights? Because if you're wearing short tights, I think like if you like really shit your pants, like it would just come flying out. I'm not really saying I want to see this. I'm just saying, wonder if it's ever happened. I know what happened in like Tough Man. It was that Brown Bomber guy.
Oh, yeah.
Sting, Mick Foley, Tony Schiavone, and Harley Cameron all took the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Good for them. That's a good cause.
That's good.
I have to say Mick Foley's one was weird because he had the woman there, and he was making jokes like, "Oh yeah, I know you're dying and stuff," and I was like,
that was very weird.
Yeah, it felt really awkward. Like,
I have to say, I don't think he adds that much to AEW. I don't really think they should re-sign him when his contract's up.
I thought when they first did, he had a good segment when he first came in. I think it was on one of the pay-per-views, but everything after that's just awkward and weird. Like when he barked like a dog,
barking like a dog.
Yeah. He's always like winking, just looking weird. Yeah. He always comes off kind of creepy. I don't want to be an ass or anything, but Max Caster's AEW contract is set to expire. Thoughts? One of the biggest missed opportunities in the company's history. Unbelievable.
The Acclaim were so over.
If you would have pushed Max Caster like you pushed Jet, he'd be way more over. Yeah, it's really crazy. Remember, when they were at their height of popularity, if I were to tell somebody like, "Oh yeah," a year later, like they won't even be on TV, like you'd think, that's lying or something.
That is stupid booking. They broke them up on an episode of Collision.
Yeah. As soon as they hired the whatever happened to them, the Hurt Syndicate.
The Rascal. Oh, the Hurt Syndicate. They're still there. They're just not on TV, I guess.
Well, that's a big waste of money too. But the first thing they did is they just destroyed one of the first things. They just destroyed them And I thought that was
Yeah.
really bad booking. I'm not saying that they couldn't beat Max Caster, but they just like they no-sold all their offense and destroyed him. I thought that really looked bad for AEW because like this is your homegrown tag team, and they can do absolutely nothing against these two older WWE guys. It's just like you're saying, like
I remember
that's always bad.
I remember Excalibur said on commentary, "Oh, the Hurt Syndicate is dog walking Max Caster." It's like, well, they totally just buried him.
It's like, yeah, this is your team, and you're saying just like a couple of guys from WWE, anyone from WWE can just walk in and destroy them. Rapper Lil Yachty has talks with WWE for a contract extension. Are you intrigued? No. I know he's on those shows. I still don't know who he is. I know Ludite's a big fan.
Oh yeah, every night, people are like, turn down that Little Yachty music. I'm like, fuck you.
Little Yachty rules. Are you a fan, Petrelli? Did you ever listen to Little Yachty before?
No, I never heard of him before WWE.
What about Big Yachty?
I do like Trick Williams though. When he came at WrestleMania, that really long robe was like it was like 5 miles long. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought that was good too.
I can't believe he dropped the belt to Baron Corbin. What the hell? Why is he on the show?
Good Lord. He's honestly one of the guys why I stopped watching WWE TV. I'm like, God, this guy, like, he just is always push forever, and like no one likes him. And then I was like, why do I watch this show? EC3 was the concern of Double A. What? This is written very strange. A lot of fans.
Arn Anderson.
EC was the concern. I guess he just has an extra thing. EC3 was the concern of a lot of fans when he wrestled the match at an indie event in Canada. He's shown limping and his stomach was bloated. Ethan said that he was selling his limping after a previous match, and his bloated stomach is a result of lack of sleep.
What?
Your thoughts? I don't know.
I don't know. He never got a chance in WWE. They wouldn't even let him talk at all. Somebody didn't like him up there.
Anytime I've seen him like in like real interviews, I kind of see why. He seems like someone that I don't think I'd want to be around at all.
He was a good
Like
heel in a
annoying.
TNA during 2016.
But he himself does seem super annoying, I would say.
Yeah.
And what was the last time you got a bloated stomach because you couldn't fucking sleep?
He's probably, I don't want to be a dick, but a lot of that's like if you watch like 80s wrestling, like a lot of those guys, they had that like they had both like abs and like a beer belly. And that was from doing steroids. Yeah. Rosie O'Donnell has moved back to America from Ireland.
No, we're not
to co-host The View. We don't give a flying fuck.
I remember they advertised her for Raw too, just like the LeBron James thing. They said, "Oh, next week on Raw, we're going to have a debate between Trump and Rosie O'Donnell." Then they had fake people like acting like them. That was so horrible.
Yeah, that was really.
That was horrible.
Lex, on a related note, I haven't watched The View in months. Well, why are you telling us The View news? I've never watched it in my life. What's your favorite daytime talk show from the early 2000s? I was sleeping. I don't know. Boxers or briefs? I prefer boxers, actually. It's harder to find boxers now. Anyone have anything to say to that?
I boxers when I was a kid, briefs, but I switched to boxers.
Oh, whoa!
No.
Ludite
Don't want to get you kicked off YouTube.
Ludite's disappointed now. He's about to add some white over that red paint in the background.
Oh, there's white there, trust me.
Where are we? Would you take strip club advice from WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash? What does that even mean? Take strip
he was
club
in that
advice?
movie Magic Mike. He played a stripper. He played like an old stripper in that movie Magic Mike.
So does he think one of us want to become a stripper?
No, but Kevin Nash is always talking about going to the strip club and.
Well, Kevin, what do I do? Where do I put the money?
Well, it's like sort of.
He's doing a signing in LA to counter program the AEW pay per view too. Last year they had AJ Lee do it. Last year they had AJ Lee doing a signing here, like the same time the pay per view was on. So they're really trying to counter program them.
This unfortunately a really dead mall near us, the Kingston Mall. Troy and I were there a couple weeks ago to see a movie because the only place playing. And their food court was like completely dead, but there was a new burrito place, and they had all these like signs where wrestlers like come and do autographs here. And I'm like, really?
Oh, really?
I gotta look this up.
That's weird.
Kingston Mall.
They're going to a dead mall. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
that's
like
strange.
Yeah, it was like completely dead. It's like
I showed you a few months ago. My mall got trashed, like locally, like totally trashed.
Really?
Yeah.
Trainwreck Tacos. So coming up,
they're going to a taco.
Yeah, coming up in October is Spike Dudley will be at Trainwreck Tacos in the food court at the Den Mall. Maybe he's just making the tacos. Well, this one got canceled. The one that's actually supposed to take place tomorrow. The Brooklyn Brawler was supposed to be there.
Oh. Whoa. They give them free food to be there. All the tacos you can eat. Free food for a year until they close down the mall, I guess.
Well, Rhino was there.
I bet you Brooklyn Brawler would close down the mall. Ooh, don't go in
there. That taco, the guy who owns it must be a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, there it is. That's there they are taking photos right in front of the taco place in the That's cool though, I guess.
Yeah,
it's really weird because the place is like, honestly, it's completely dead, and it makes me sad because it used to be like a popular place, the mall.
Yeah,
but like unless you knew in advance, like there's like nobody there, like you know what I mean. You'd have to know they were there. Like there's not going to be any traffic.
You could probably do an interview with Rhino. Hey, Rhino, you want to do an interview for your head?
Yeah, just
probably do that, like an hour interview with him.
He's just sitting there. He's like, I bet I'm just sitting here. ODB was there in July.
That's cool.
Here was their whole lineup, I guess, that was coming up. Oh, look, Demolition was there. Demolition, ODB, Brooklyn Brawler, and Joe Gacy.
Oh,
that was an NXT guy.
Yeah.
I saw Brooklyn Brawler backstage at Raw once when I won a radio station contest, and he looked so pissed off. He was like, he was walking around that way. I was like, wow, I wonder what's wrong with the Brooklyn Brawler.
I used to see I can't believe I remember Downtown Bruno, but not his WWE name. Harvey Whippleman. I used to see Harvey Whippleman every time they would go to the casino, just walking around with like drinks. I think he just would go get people drinks. And I'd be like, hey, it's Harvey Whippleman. And he'd always get the biggest smile on his face. Like, oh, someone recognized me.
That's cool.
Earl
Hebner. One of my friends, a friend of a friend, his kid had a birthday party, and they had like a wrestling show in their backyard, and Earl Hebner was the referee. I was like, holy crap, how do you get Earl Hebner to be the referee at your house?
Now I'm gonna have to get some taco. Now that's just the perfect one that they had. They had Tito Santana.
That's good. Arriba.
Because what did Jesse used to always talk about, like Tito's like mother making like tacos.
The burrito.
Yeah.
Didn't he call him the burrito?
Yeah, but he used to call his finisher the flying burrito. But he used to say one of his his mom made tacos that would make you like give you the runs or something.
I miss Jesse on Saturday Night's Main Event. I wish they would have put him on there a little, even though he's an old man and he goes a little crazy.
Yeah.
They should bring him in AEW, dude. Do something in AEW. I'd like to see him. I was always a fan of Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was like Jesse too. Man, well, they're nachos. Like, I think that's nachos, but it's over French fries, maybe. No, it's the Trainwreck Tacos. I guess I should show their food too. I don't know what's on some of these foods. Like, because one had marshmallows on. This has looks like toothpaste.
Whoa.
You can get toothpaste over your taco.
Toothpaste
What
on
do you
the
want at the same
taco.
time?
What's like that? Just like this blue does not look very appetizing over my food.
No.
It's not like a blue that's in nature. Taco cupcakes.
Ew.
Oh, for its frosting. It's blue frosting.
Yeah, but so you have cheese and lettuce and tomatoes and frosting? Who would want that?
I don't know.
But they put that frosting on a lot of their stuff. They put like blue frosting
Wow.
on their tacos. I don't know.
I've never seen that before.
It is I guess the name Trainwreck is fitting. All right. Let's get back to these questions. We might skip some of these from Lexa. What's your favorite Jackson Brown song? I don't even know who that is.
The one I don't
know who that is either.
The one I don't have to hear. You think I'm running out of tea?
Just Steve, you a fan of Jackson Brown?
Yeah, he sang Somebody's Baby from the Fast Times at Ridgemont High soundtrack.
I'm running out of tea, and he was a friend of the Eagles, and blah, blah, blah.
And he
sacrifice
songs for the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lexar's asked this question, honestly, probably like 20 times. Would you sacrifice your clean hands to pick up something from the floor? He's got this real weird thing about never picking up something that's on the floor. Like, who cares? Is this floor like covered with acid or something?
Covered with acid.
Yeah, maybe he just shits all over his floor. I don't know. I'm just skipping some of these. We don't care about our favorite soap and stuff. Do you have a favorite summer activity?
Going on vacation, going swimming.
I do the same shit.
Turning
I
on
do
the
in the wintertime, but it's hot.
Turning on the air conditioner. Jonathan
Complaining
Jack,
about how hot it is.
why are you still talking about Tommy Dreamer? Brian Matthew Cluttar. By the way, thank you, Brian Matthew Cluttar and the Lurker, for being our producers here. If you'd like to support the channel, starts only $3 a month, and you can become a producer for only $10 a month. One of our sponsors here. Brian Matthew Clutter, if your son Walkie was going to start a career and about to have his first podcast, do you think he should set up for the show, or did all your podcasting pave the way so he doesn't have to? Wow. Well, Walkie's been podcasting for almost as long
The
as
Walker Views.
Yeah. Does
he still have the Walker Views?
No, his brother died, actually, unfortunately. But,
I'm sorry to hear that.
But he was doing a show about like Star Wars or Star Trek. I don't know if
Star Trek. I remember the reason I heard it is because they interviewed you a long time ago.
Yeah.
I just heard the episode that you were on.
So this is a good. So me and Incher were on it, and so we did like 40 minutes, and Walkie's like, oh, I forgot to hit record. We have to so so he started again and asked all the same stuff, and I kid you not, he's like, I forgot to record again, and we did it a third time.
Oh my god!
How do you do that?
I don't know. So we did the same 40 minutes 3 times, and on the third one, I think Intra and I were just like laughing and making jokes.
Can he just interrupt you and you like 5-10 minutes in? He has to wait for the end.
Yeah. And it was literally the same questions 3 times in a row. Nikhil, Max Caster's current. We did go over this one. Nikhil, 16 years ago today. Oh, well, he did add, according to a new report, Caster's deal with All Elite expected to run out in October. Currently no discussions. I would leave if I was him, to be honest. They haven't used them, and I always thought I've been saying this for years. I think he could be a main event guy in the company. Is he the best wrestler in the world? No, but he is one of the best promo guys in the company and has tons of charisma.
His raps are always very funny.
Yeah, and he connects to the audience. People really like him. 16 years ago today, Sting returned to TNA after being suspended by Dixie Carter, wearing the red and black face paint for the first time in TNA and for the first time since Halloween Havoc 98 Memories. I do not have any.
I don't remember that.
I was not a big fan of the Sting run in TNA. I know some people really liked it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I remember when he first came in, they had like Christopher Daniels wearing a Sting mask, and Eric Young was wearing a Sting mask, and everybody was turned into like marks for Sting. I was like, this is pretty lame.
You know, honestly, because I was a fan of TNA when it started, but I liked like the guys, like the homegrown guys, and then some like I thought Raven, stuff like that. But
they never made it. They made him champion when they should have with Raven.
Yeah, I agree.
That was a mistake.
But almost not all of them, but the majority of like the real like legend guys, I always thought kind of took away from TNA. The exception is Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle like clearly really wanted to be there and probably tried too hard because he was doing insane stuff. But almost all the other guys I felt like took away from like the Samoa Joes and AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels.
Like when they had Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in there.
Yeah.
Main event mafia kind of.
That was really bad.
Hogging the main events quite literally.
Yeah.
I love the first 5 years at TNA. I think that's such good stuff. The first 5 years.
Yeah, like a lot of companies, there's bad stuff, but there was also like all those shows had like match of the year quality stuff on all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought it started getting bad when Russo became the head writer and Dixie was so behind him 100%, and the crowd started chanting "Fire Russo." And she's like, "If they say that again, somebody else is getting fired."
And then when Hogan came in, I really do think that was like just he became like the death of the company for me.
I do think Jeff Jarrett and Vince Russo try to rewrite history a little bit, because I think it was bad before that, because I stopped watching it in like early 2008. And then when Hogan and Bischoff came in,
if you watch our shows, Intra and I were not a fan of most of the stuff that was.
Yeah, they weren't good. But when Hogan and Bischoff came in like 2010 and they started going head to head with Raw, they got me interested, and I started watching it a little bit again, even though it wasn't very good. Like they had Christopher Daniels doing the job to Val Venus in like 45 seconds, stuff like that.
Triple H needed Regal's act to get a job in WWE. Needed the Click to keep his job, needed to carry bags just to get in DX, needed China to get over in singles, needed Foley to become a headliner, needed to marry Stephanie to win the 15-time, needs ChatGPT to write TV. Triple H sucks. You agree? I don't agree that he sucks. I do think WWE kind of overemphasizes how good he was.
Overrated.
I don't think he's not Rock, Austin, those kind
Undertaker.
Of guys. Yeah, but also I think it's to say like he's completely sucks, I think is silly, honestly. Like everyone needed somebody else. I mean, like Austin needed Vince, and like he was great, but if he didn't have Vince there, would it have been the same? I don't think so. Hogan, as over as he was, he needed like a bunch of really great bad guys, Piper and Andre and stuff, and Orndorff. So, I mean, everyone needs somebody. You can't, wrestling can't just be one guy. My take on the AEW show length is simple. When WCW died, WWE's pay-per-views were 25-minute dull Triple H matches over and over. Actually, I never have a problem with the AEW pay-per-view length because I pay for them, so I do like them to be long. I do think their shows are tending to be too long. Like they've
been going over 45 minutes.
Yeah,
they should just make it 3 hours, I guess, if they're going to go over 45 minutes every week.
I record an extra half hour thinking that's plenty, and I never see the end of the shows. Like,
because they go over almost an hour, which is crazy. You think Turner would find them or something for that?
Unless there's some reason it needs to be. I don't think the weekly show needs to be that long. If there's some reason you've got something really cool, okay. But I don't think week to week it needs, because the last 2 weeks haven't been that great, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't like Big Show on commentary at all.
No, me neither. And I almost always really enjoy the pay-per-views. I think I always get my money's worth.
Yeah.
Jim Ross believes his AEW contract is up. He doesn't even know. When do you have to know? It's up this month. Would accept this being the end of his career. Wow. Okay. No offense to Jim Ross, but I'd be fine not hearing him on again. I mean,
he just had a brain surgery. They just put like
Yeah.
a hole in his head. So he's a legend. I loved hearing him in AEW. I wish they could have got Jerry the King Lawler so we could have heard them
yeah,
one
just for
last
one time at least. Yeah. No, I mean I like Jim Ross obviously and wish him well, but do I need to hear him on commentary? Not necessarily anymore. I wish him well. It would be nice if they just kept him as
I do think
I kind of think they
Dynamite
just
took-
well because if you fire him or not fire him, but you let him go like right after he had brain surgery, it's a pretty bad look. I think.
Yeah, they should
Yeah.
have their own version of a Legends contract.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
JR would be perfect for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sting. I think they have Sting under one, if I'm not mistaken. But
I'm really
the
interested
thing
in
I
seeing
noticed
his
when
son wrestle.
yeah, Dynamite took a hit when they took out JR and replaced him with Taz
I agree.
every week.
Yeah. I've
That's
never
a missed
understood the love.
opportunity.
Yeah. I never understood people who think Taz is a good commentator.
Like that's happened like 3 times. WWE, TNA, and AEW.
Yeah.
Like Taz should be a mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these guys can't, their talking just isn't very good.
That was
But
his best thing in AEW when he did the Team Taz for a little bit.
Yeah.
How can we get him pissed off again? We need to make him angry to try to get the old ECW.
Yeah,
Taz
when he's
back.
the jovial Taz, it's really rotten. Like
We need to make him mad. I don't know what we can do.
Rotten. Yeah. Yeah, Brian Cage was at his best when he's with Taz. Conrad Thompson just nuked the tribal chief narrative. I'm sorry. Look, he was saying that Roman Reigns is the most overrated main event or in WWE history. I think that's honestly just think it's a real rubbish take, like a real dumb take.
He was saying he's Goldberg if Goldberg went 25 minutes, but the crowd always loved Goldberg. They never hated Goldberg when he was a babyface.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
He has a lot of really stupid opinions. Like he was saying Danhausen is the modern day Sandman.
Oh, fuck.
It's like, what are you? I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, Roman's like, his run is huge. That's why they're always bringing him back.
And he was saying Joey Styles was never any good in WWE. It should have been Michael Cole up there calling Raw with Jerry the King Lawler. Like, I thought you were an ECW fan. How can you think that? It's not his fault if the product's bad. I always thought Joey Styles was good on commentary.
Yeah, I liked him too.
Better than Michael Cole. Can you
at
imagine those ECW shows? If Michael Cole was calling them by himself, nobody would have watched
thought
them.
Michael Cole was any good at all, and I think now he's considered a legend just because he's been there for so long, but not because he's been any good anytime. But as far as Roman, if you actually look at like the numbers, they did all these giant shows. Like, in fact, they never did like stadium shows with Cena as champion. He sold a lot of merch and stuff. I think the company's made way more money with Roman Reigns. They did all these giant, deals and stuff. So I don't really understand how you could be overrated.
Yeah, they're having their pay-per-views in football
don't like
stadiums.
him. Just because you personally don't like it. There's lots of guys. I never liked Hulk Hogan when I was a kid. But if I'd be like, oh yeah, he shouldn't have been champion. He was no good. It's like, well, that'd just be kind of stupid.
I always liked Hogan, but I grew up with the NWO Hogan, not 80s WWF.
Oh, I liked him then. That was the only time I really liked him.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
Yeah, so
I
I
always
liked
wanted
him.
everyone to beat him. But yeah, I was a little kid and stuff. But if I if I'm thinking about it, I'd be like, oh yeah, like it would have been a lot better if Greg Valentine was champ or something. Like, it'd just be a dumb take,
Yeah.
Me personally, I didn't like it, but doesn't mean like it wasn't the right thing. Chris Sabin reacts to Motor City Machine Guns AEW debut in Detroit. All-time favorite career moment. Thoughts? So that's cool. Good for him.
He was a TNA world champion. He likes it better than that. winning the world title. Wow.
All right, let's see here. 15 years ago today, Kurt Angle became TNA World Champion for a 5th time and ended Sting's final world title reign, Hardcore Justice 2011. Any memories? I can't say really any memories.
TNA by then.
I think so.
The one before they had the ECW reunion show. I like 2010. I got that one, but I didn't get 2011.
All right.
I have something to bring up.
All right, what's that?
What do you think about that thing with Eric Cannon and AJ Styles' son? That was kind of really blown out of proportion, huh?
Yeah. I know Eric a little bit. Like I used to see him on local indies, and I do think people are I think they're acting like he's like just like this complete bum or something, which he isn't. I mean, he was. I'm not saying he's a giant name, but he was a guy that was on all those shows with that group like Brody Lee and
the Dark Order.
Well, I mean, before
I know Cornette
that.
was really good.
No. I mean, before that, I'm talking about in indie before AEW started. He was like with a lot. The guy that was TNA champion a bunch of times. I think he just retired recently. The guy ripped up my sign.
Sammy Callahan.
Sammy Callahan. So he was tagged with Sammy Callahan when I'd see him a lot there, the DUF, the drunk ugly fucks. But he was on all those shows with him, with Brody Lee. A lot of the guys that went on to Johnny Gargano. He was part of like this whole group of indie guys. Just because he didn't go on to WWE doesn't mean like he completely sucked or something. I just think he's a guy that never got like a big shot somewhere. So just to put that out there, he's not just some guy who never did absolutely anything. I do think that I do think it's kind of bad, and I know a lot of people disagree. I think especially if you're a son of a big star, you should actually do some stuff because you're in the business, because your dad got you into the business. So I think you should actually go out of your way to do a little bit more to pay your dues.
Yep.
That said, I don't think Eric Cannon should have went online and said anything about it, because I think that's a bad look for him too. You know, because it as we see now, it's just like, oh, he's a bitter guy or something. I think he should have kept that to himself, and I think he should have took AJ's kid to the side and just said, you know, you're gonna get your foot in the door, you're gonna get chances not everyone else does, and just kind of explain about, you know, the idea of being humble and paying your dues on the indie level. So I'm a little bit in between what a lot of people say. Some people are really blasting Eric, which I don't think you should have went online and said all this stuff. But I also do think I've been on some indie shows. I'm not some big deal or anything at all. But all those guys do set up the ring. There's pictures of Jimmy Hart helping set up, you know, chairs and stuff. And he's
I was surprised at the amount of wrestlers that said, no, I never believed in setting up the ring.
Yeah, I was too, honestly, because that's always anyone I've ever talked to. That's always been, you know, what you and like I said, when you're into the wrestling because your dad's a big star, I think you should especially try to do something. Because you're already going to have people that look down on you or think you're just here because of your dad. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I saw what Perry Saturn said about it. Perry Saturn was on the other side. He was like, "Oh, the promoters got all these guys brainwashed. He should hire somebody else to do it. His job is to get in there and take bumps, not to set up the ring and blah blah blah." I've never set up a ring in my life, and Perry Saturn was really going off on the other side of that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. I was actually surprised, but I don't even know if that's true. I bet
that's Mattel too.
I bet if you look at those old shows that Saturn was on before he went to ECW. I don't know. I bet everyone was setting up the ring like on. But I don't know. But it seemed like that was a pretty common thing on indies back in the day.
I think they're saying that that's not what they were there for, and sometimes they might have done it, but fuck, they're there to wrestle.
Well, yeah, but you know, when you're just starting out, you should. I think you should help out. That's mine. When I've been at indie shows, when after it's over, the guys that come out to take down the ring and the chairs and stuff are the guys I just saw wrestle. So.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that seemed to be their point of view, which weirded me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And of course, Cornette was bashing it because it was a GCW show, and he doesn't like GCW.
Yeah, and it's weird to me for Cornette to take those stances sometimes because he acts like if you've not been in WWE, you're just like the biggest bum in the world or something. I'm like, well, I mean, he used to be like the opposite of that. Like he was, a lot of the guys he manages stuff for, like they may have eventually, like Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey had a little bit of a run because his connection to Jim Cornette and stuff. But a lot of the guys, Tony Anthony was his champion, and his, he didn't have a run in WWE till later, and it was TL. I mean, that's the kind of guys. Yeah, these are the kind of guys that he actually pushed on his shows. Were like these kind of journeyman guys. I don't like the idea of shitting on a journeyman wrestler just because they haven't had a WWE run.
Jim Cornette was complaining because it was a day with a Y in it.
Yeah, exactly. Where am I? Chris Sabin. We did that one 15 years ago. Today did that one. August 7th, 2001. DDP and Chris Kanyon defeat the APA to become first WCW team to win the WWF tag titles. Any memories?
Not true.
I didn't even know that even happened, to be honest. But
I remember they had a match at SummerSlam with Kane and Undertaker. I remember that. That was terrible. They had DDP as a stalker, stalking the Undertaker's wife.
Yeah. Then I remember when they didn't Chronic just get totally destroyed by?
Yeah, Chronic got destroyed, but and then they fired them after. Yeah. They did the job to Undertaker and Kane. They were managed by Stevie Richards then.
That
was Unforgiven 2001.
And when they had Kanyon go up there and sing like Boy George and get totally decimated, it was really. And anytime I see the WWE do a LGBTQ charity, I always think about that. Yeah. That somebody found out that Chris Kanyon was gay, and they said, "Oh, we're going to have you come out of this box like you're coming out of the closet and dress like Boy George." And an RF video shoot interview, he kept saying that Paul Heyman kept telling him, "Oh, it's very, very important that you sound like a faggot. You need to act like a faggot." And blah, blah, blah. And that's really messed up what they did to him. That was pretty much like that televised gay bashing. They had Undertaker beat the hell out of him with a steel chair. Yeah, that was really messed up. Yeah, I agree.
I feel bad for Kenny. I used to talk to him on MySpace 20 years ago. He was a really nice guy.
I emailed him with I used to try to get him on the show, but looking back, I'm sure he was just really
he was really down
and stuff. Yeah.
Well, what made me lose a lot of respect too was when John Cena went on Howard Stern and said, "Oh, Chris Kanyon was never any good at all." Like, screw you, John Cena. Chris Kanyon was a better worker than you were.
Yeah, Kanyon.
I'd rather go back and watch a Chris Kanyon match before a John Cena match, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. In Your Head is finally on a time slot I could tune into at the UK and miss hours of it. I missed hours of it. I'm sure I missed much, right? Yeah, we've been on for hours now, but cool. I'm trying to. I'm gonna try to stick to this Friday night, 6:05 p.m. Eastern. I think that's 11 in the UK. I know Nikhil was on one week. I'll try to. I don't know. I think that's a good time. Tuesdays, it worked because just for interest schedule, but I don't think it was a great day because it was a whole week after Dynamite happened, and that was usually the main show we watched. I'd like to jump on after some pay-per-views once in a while, but sometimes they run late. But, I could always do a review the next day or something. Hello.
Hey.
Prince James. What is this? Prince James is a worthless bum. Tully Blanchard is wow, I know. I'm a huge Tully Blanchard fan. Plus, Tully was never world champ, so it's not really a fair comparison, I would say. Disco Inferno on Eddie Kingston refuses to do the work to not look like a slob. My reply is, he said this on Conan podcast, a man who's been close to death for about 25 years because of putting in the work not to look like a slob. Give me one Eddie Kingston over 100 Carney con artist desperate for that $500 payday, and they aren't working the door in the 60s. So I wouldn't go as rough as Disco, but I do think Eddie should work on his look.
He needs to wear different
necessarily
gear. They have his belly
exactly, yeah.
highlighted.
Yeah, because
this
he
gear.
when he has like just street clothes on, I think like he looks fine. But when he comes out there with like just like tights that really accentuate the belly, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
Jay, who is this? Hello?
Oh, he's
Hello?
muted. He's muted.
Unmute your mic, buddy. You have your mic muted. I tried to unmute it, but it's muted on your end.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take you out for now because you make me nervous. Let me know in the chat if you have if you get yourself unmuted. This week on Saturday, AEW Collision will officially surpass WCW Thunder. Oh, that's crazy. WCW Thunder from 98 to 2001, 156 episodes. Collision 2023, 157 episodes. Collision becomes AEW's third weekly show after Dynamite and Rampage to surpass Thunder. That is really wild to me.
Yeah.
I don't hardly ever watch Collision. When it first started,
It's not been great. It's like jobber matches mostly.
When it first started, I thought it was the best show for a little while. When it was the CM Punk show, because it had like a different feel to it. But then it just became like the B show, and it's not that. You'll see good matches or whatever, but you're not going to miss anything important.
I was surprised that he got his own show. Tony really treated him very good.
Yeah, I agree. They've really. I wish he just sat them down and said, like, you guys have to do you guys have to do this match.
Yeah, you have to be grown men.
Honestly,
I would have liked to see Kenny Omega versus Punk. That would have been good.
Yeah, I just don't think it was destined not to work for whatever he was never going to fit in, I think. Jay, are you there yet? You have to unmute your mic.
Yep, still muted. Unmute your mic.
Let me know if you try it later on. I watched the Odyssey and loved it. Not the biggest fan of Greek mythology, but it's great. I thought it was one of the. I think it's one of the best movies, just outright. I was a big fan, and I'm a fan of Greek mythology. Crazy that Haku is on TV as a regular in 2026. He is.
That's cool. He's on NXT, I think, as a manager.
Cool. Rarely even mentioned on WWE TV since 2001, and they never put him in the Hall of Fame for about 20 years yet. Bring him back as a regular. I'm a big fan. Yeah, I didn't even know he was on there. So that's cool. I didn't know he wasn't in the Hall of Fame either. That's kind of an odd one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know who's really overrated? Artie Lang. Jackie was way funnier. Even Sal and Richard are funnier. I don't agree with that one either. I think Artie Lang's like a very naturally funny guy. I brought AEW All In meet and greet next Saturday. In my slot, I get to meet Kenny Omega, Moxley, Mick Foley. Thoughts? Oh, that should be great.
That's cool.
Yeah. I saw a clip on YouTube. It was of Hardcore and Crash Holly, but it was quite sad because might not look like much, but at first glance, but this was the final on-screen interaction between Hardcore Holly and Crash Holly. It was September 5th, 2002. Crash had just returned to SmackDown and embraced his cousin before his match with the Hurricane. The next week, Bob would break his neck and miss an entire year of wrestling. By the time he returned, Crash was dead. R.E.P. Crash. Your thoughts? Crash Holly, I was a big, I thought he was great. I like him better than Bob Holly, and
yeah,
I would say ahead of his time. I think if he was around now, I think he could have excelled more because his height wouldn't have been a big difference,
Yeah. I saw Hardcore Holly did an RF video shoot interview too a long time ago, and they said, "Did you feel bad when Crash Holly died?" He's like, "No, I didn't really know him that well." Like, God, what an answer.
Yeah.
Bob Holly, he's an asshole.
Jesus, we worked with the guy. Like,
I know.
Were you intrigued? Can you hear us, Jay? Can you talk? You got to unmute your mic. Well, I'll leave you on here, and maybe you can figure out how to unmute yourself.
I like when he was a Matt Hardy's guy, like a Mattitude follower, his last run. And SmackDown, that was good. Him and Shannon Moore.
Backstage, Jay's asking, he's a friend of Chobo. Do we know him? Yes, we are friends with Anthony Chobo. He's a good man. Welcome to Dare Renewed Season 2 at HBO. You know what? I've not watched it, but my brother loves it. I should check it out.
I haven't seen it either.
I watched it. The first one.
Yeah, I've not watched any episodes. I should watch it. I'd love to hear an argument in regards to people who think Paul Levesque and Nick Khan have the slightest clue how to produce TV wrestling in 2026. And look at some of the people they've allowed to leave, either because of money or lack of on-screen investment. It's criminal. Dang. I don't know. I don't watch TV, so I don't know.
Yeah, they let Andrade go, but they brought back Baron Corbin. I mean,
you're convincing me already. So yeah. That's a good point.
You know that skit with MJF where he was talking to Andrade? He should have had hot girls in the pool with him. It would have given him more heel heat in the jacuzzi with him.
I never thought I'd be such a fan of Andrade. His return's been really good.
In the end, he was like, they should have had like a girl go under the water and act like she was blowing him or something. It would have been better.
Why act? I'm sorry. Jay seems upset, but I don't know. I left you on, man. I can't. You have to unblock your mic. I don't know. I have no control over it. I don't know, buddy. Sorry. So the next, what did you say? The final episode of
Zach Gowen, Dark Side of the Ring.
From what I understand, that has a positive, because I'm friends with him on Facebook. He seems to be doing well.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty inspirational thing. He had a good run in WWE and TNA. Johnny Ace was such a dumbass. He hired the wrong one-legged wrestler. That's a funny story.
Yeah, that should be on, yeah.
That's amazing. So we had a poll here. It actually ended in, I think it ended in a tie. Is that right? Well, I think I got logged in with my other one. Hold on a sec. Can go answer the poll right now. It's who would you like to see in the first episode of Darkside of In Your Head? And it's Duckman, Lexar, William Morey, or Tazo the Greek. So you have a couple minutes to answer. I got to go log in and check it out.
Is Duckman actually in jail?
Yes.
Oh, so he gets my vote then, I guess.
Yeah, hope you know, it's not for good things, I have to say, but I hope hope he gets his life around.
We all start disappearing like with duck feathers surrounding where we would have been.
What was that?
We all start disappearing.
I know. We're all gonna
all
go
we
to
find
prison
is duck feathers. It's like some conspiracy where Duckman's killing us off. Is what I'm.
Could be. All right, so it ended with a tie. Weird. Tie for second place between Tazo and William Morey, and a tie for first place between Duckman and Lexar. There you go. Shout out to William Morey's still around. He does videos every day.
Hi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he still talking about Stephanie McMahon's feet?
No, he does all these videos about like some singer from the Middle East.
Oh, wow. From Saudi Arabia, maybe?
I think it might be actually.
Hey.
What's up, Jay? Are you there?
Yes.
How's it going?
Good.
Hey.
Hey.
That's good. So you're friends with Chobo?
Yes.
How do you know Chobo? Can you speak up a little bit? All right. Well, that sounds good. We love Chobo here too. So great addition to the show here. All right. Let me do you guys want to see a little William Morey and that? Oh.
Yeah, as long as it's appropriate, right?
Yeah, well, I just went to his channel and it was just like an up close of his belly.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know what's going on here. All the thumbnails are not him. They're like some lady. But I think they're all him. All right. We're just going to randomly click on one and see what happens. Do you think this is a good idea? Probably not.
No.
You might get flagged. Let's see.
Let's see here. I'll keep my finger on the button. All right. William Morey. Shout out to William Morey. All right. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to check this one out. Chitanga Singh, love in air every day. Can't get enough. Loving you, baby. This was just uploaded 1 hour ago. Too.
On part 3, on August 22nd, 2022. My girls are on the thing. Always get their fun. Diesel engine energy running. Now on part 3, the party never stops to be good. The party.
This is what being an In Your Hand fan does to you in the long run.
Everybody
God.
Start the party up because
this will be Michael Petrelli in a few years.
In 5 years.
Where you see every single day creativity on fire.
What
When
is
I'm
happening?
loving more in every single way. Now, that's what I love about creativity on fire. You never know where the
He's
kid
got
might
Kevin
be.
Nash
But
on
you
in
know
the
what?
background.
Oh, when mama's on, do that magical feeling.
Let's see what's going on here. He's got Kevin Nash in the background on TV. He's got like some
Halloween
purple
decorations.
or not, like a turquoise and a pink cowboy hat. Yeah, he's got a Sons of Anarchy shirt. This is the lady he's in love with.
He gets referred to as mommy.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm getting kind of scared watching this. What do you think? This is 11 minutes. I don't think we need to watch 11 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, that's that one.
I
think
feel like
we
the
got the
people that
gist
watch
of
the
that
Ring
one.
movie. The people in the Ring movie.
Do they all have no views?
Yeah.
No views, no
I hate to
views,
say
no
it,
views. One view.
but-
One view.
Let's see what's happening on this one.
The most smoking hot
Got a lot of pets.
Mm-hmm.
The pets look scared though.
Diesel engine energy.
Got a crown.
Children, you see. The truth. We've been seeking the love missing in life. And of course, it is another day. Because around here, we're swimming in the estrogen ocean and loving it. There's no doubt about it. It will always be Minnie Mouse, Milk Madam, oh, the princess, the mother. Rainbow, baby girl.
Still Kevin Nash on the TV.
Yeah, this is like days ago. All right, let's try the next one. Let's go back like a little while. That was 4 days ago. Oh, look, here he is with her.
The
AI.
AI.
AI videos of them together.
Oh, they're getting married.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's check. This one's like 6 days ago. Still Kevin Nash, I think.
Anytime I see my
Wow.
cuts around this thing, it starts up that fine-tuned diesel engine.
Oh, see, when he sees his lady, it starts up the diesel engine. That's why Diesel's on the. Whoa.
Oh.
All right. I don't know. Well, you don't need to get that close, man. He's about to show us a peace boxers of briefs, I think.
We always love to see. Always makes me happy.
He looks like Skinner.
Anytime I see.
Yeah.
Around this thing, and I know.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back like weeks, see if they're any different. Wow, look at all these pictures together. They look like a nice couple. Do you think she's aware of anything?
That ladies. She's lucky she's in the Middle East, I guess.
Yeah. If you were her and you saw this page, would you be concerned?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably get a restraining order, maybe.
I think this one, he looks like he's outside. No, he's inside still.
Are we even sure
Go
he's
back a
allowed to
couple
go
months.
outside?
Maybe not. I don't know. Just locked in the trailer. Man, I've scrolled quite a bit, and I'm still only a month old. Like a lot of these, he does like 4 or 5 shows a day.
Wow.
That's how you know.
They're the ones a month old still have no views?
No views.
Yeah,
no views,
these are
no
2
views.
months. Well, I kind of think once you've seen one, you've kind of
Probably seen them all.
Yeah, he's like showing his phone.
Previews. Well,
Oh, that was like the most. Maybe I should go up and see what's the most popular one. Popular. Oh, one of these has. Oh, that's because he's just showing he's showing TV shows on those ones.
He doesn't get a copyright strike for that? Wow.
All right. Well, I think that's enough William Warrior for the time.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's what he's up to now. I guess. He's bound for glory.
Exactly. Yeah,
If only
he
you
clearly
know what
is.
glory was.
He's living his best life.
Mhm.
He's doing what he loves.
Well, God bless him.
Glory is different for different people.
Here's a video that's called "Love #Me Wish I It Sex God Love Her Naked Body Love the Taste of Sex." This is a William Moore video. Should we watch that one?
If you want to, sure.
All right, this will be the last one we'll watch for now. Maybe forever. I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't get us kicked off. I'm a little concerned.
Just a little.
All right, here we go. Starts.
oh.
That ain't good.
Let's get naked and let
You just got out of the shower?
He just said, "Let's get naked and let's get to fucking."
Love to be naked and I love to
Well, I don't know. I think I better go.
Okay, I think it's time to turn it off now. Yeah, I think you need to turn that off now. YouTube lets a guy upload pictures, videos of him in the shower, and they don't take it down.
Promoting cleanliness.
Oh man, well, yeah, he showers regularly apparently.
He films it and puts it on
expect him
YouTube.
to do regularly. That would not have been one of them.
Well, there we go. Shout out to William Moore. Our good friend William Morey, living it up. I hope him and whoever she is get together someday.
Whatever happened to you, we are sorry.
Well, maybe I shouldn't wish that. It's probably not something to wish for. All right. Well, this was fun. So we'll be back next week. Next week will be our countdown to All In. And All In, like I said, I don't mind like if it's really long, but they do have a curfew. But I'll probably, instead of waiting until next Friday, after the show's over to review it, I'll probably hop on like that Monday or something to review it. But I don't think I'll do a live show right after. Might be too late. We'll see. But we'll do a review of All In, but we'll do a preview of All In next week. We'll review Dark Side of the Ring, and I'll look about getting some people on the show.
Okay, cool.
It's a little hard with Necro Butcher. Necro Butcher will come on, but he wants to do it over the phone, and I don't really have the setup anymore to do it over the phone. Like,
can you do it like where it's just audio and it's on the screen?
That's what I suggested, because that's fine. Like, if he wants to click on the link and just doesn't turn on the camera, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, it's not that hard, Necro Butcher. You just click on the link.
Yeah, I've had guests in their 90s on my my horror shows had people in their 90s. They clicked on link. They can do it. Necro Butcher can do it too. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
All right, Baby Doll, multiple time guest on the show, was on the Missy Hyatt Dark Side of the Ring.
It was nice to see her again. Yeah. She really doesn't like Eric Bischoff. They don't like each other.
No, I don't.
She did a podcast. She was burying him so bad. It was pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
He comes off badly in that episode, though. Like, really bad.
Eric Bischoff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly
believe all that stuff. I believe all this stuff about it. I believe.
Can you imagine
if Hyatt came off pretty honest on it?
Can you imagine if Eric Bischoff was in the Wonder Years? You turn on the Wonder Years and this Eric Bischoff. That'd be funny.
I knew a guy when I was a kid that sold meat from a truck.
I loved that show as a kid. It was so weird when he just started popping up on WCW. I was just like, why is he on here? It's just weird.
It always reminds me. He used to show it after Power Rangers on Fox.
He was a judge, like a ringside judge on one of the pay-per-views.
He's a ring general. He's a technician. He knows all about it.
Yeah, just like, why? Not even like a big. It's not like, it's just, how does he fit into wrestling? Plus, he's not really like that much of a star. It would be like if Potsy was like on the show or something.
Oh, I would love to see Potsy.
Well, maybe Bischoff's just a big Wonder Years mark.
Maybe. Well, the one I think was Bonnie said that like the actor's like mom was like some kind of booking agent, and really that was why like Eric Bischoff was like trying to get in with
movie star Bischoff. Screw this wrestling thing.
Yeah, I think
Last Action Hero Eric Bischoff.
Cornette said they produced a lot of shows together. I think they tried to produce a lot of shows together.
They produced stuff like Scott Dale is 28.
I remember
that.
They had a lot of
micro
stuff
wrestling.
Yeah,
they beat up Roderick Strong.
That was in the works. It never really happened, but I
guess honestly, they produced
the
Scott Dale thing. It happened.
All right. Was it good? Were you a big Scott Baio guy?
Oh, fuck, I wasn't gonna watch reality stuff. Scott Dale, like 2006. I don't think so. I'm just saying, I know that it existed, and I know they produced it. I didn't watch it.
I'm gonna go binge watch it after the show here.
Of course you are.
Did he do the Surreal Life? I think that was kind of success. If he did that, I don't know.
I don't think he did anything too. Yeah, I don't think he did anything that was too successful.
Oh, it says here that Bischoff Hervey Entertainment went defunct in 2019.
Oh.
So maybe they're no longer in business together.
Yeah, that's what the fuck.
Los Angeles-based television production company founded. It says it was founded in the early 2000s.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought they were around since like WCW.
Yeah. Because
I remember they said that he wanted to buy it in 2001.
So these were their big hits. Scott Baio is 45 and single. Confessions of a Teen Idol. And Billy Ray Cyrus, Home at Last.
Oh, boy.
They also did shows I Want to Be a Hilton and Hulk Hogan Celebrity Championship Wrestling.
They did that, yeah.
I remember that.
And they did the true crime docuseries Outlaw Country and Hardcore Pawn Chicago. They also developed mobile games and was involved in a brand integration and licensing. It gives no examples. But. It says, while the production company was highly active until around 2017, the founders have since moved on to other ventures. Jason Harvey transitioned into corporate and media relations, while Eric Bischoff has focused on podcasting. Lexar, I'm using my mom's phone for the podcast. All right.
Yeah,
good. Don't be looking up any naughty sites on your mom's phone. She might see by accident.
Make sure you clear the history at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Matrelli knows.
Make sure your boy doesn't wind up in their daddy.
Any last words, Ludite?
Everybody be safe.
Don't
let your boy get you.
All right, very nice. Mr. Stevie, anything you'd like to say to the world?
Well,
to
I guess you haven't covered this. I just read this tonight. Apparently, I haven't confirmed it yet. Ilya Dragunov is gone from WWE.
Yeah, I did see that. I saw.
I heard that.
In WWE. So.
Yeah, it was his decision. I read that they think a lot of people are going to end up leaving. A guy that always had great matches, but never.
Hey.
Because when I also heard about that, I heard who's the guy that does a show with Meltzer? Alvarez.
It's Brian Alvarez.
And he was like, a guy with a lot of money needs to come around and start a new promotion. I'm like, how many promotions can there be? Like, like what are we gonna watch? Like 80 hours of wrestling a week? And who are they get? Like, I like Dragunov, but I don't think like that's really like you're gonna a headlining guy. Like you're gonna build
a company around him.
Yeah. Him and EC3. What's up, Lexar?
Control your narrative.
Yeah. You're looking kind of depressed. You okay?
Not sort of.
Not sort of. What's wrong?
My phone got busted, so I'm using my mom's phone.
What was
this
it?
Podcast.
Did they take it? Was it like
No,
is it being used as evidence?
I accidentally spilled a drink on my old phone. So I tried to
Don't you have 7?
Clean off and try to Clorox it. Trying to use
Clorox it.
Yeah. The wipes. The wipes. Trying to get it because
you want to get it dry, sticky. Put it in rice.
Yeah, I did put it. I did dry it and to have it less sticky. I put Clorox, wiped it with Clorox wipes. And it didn't work.
Okay. Don't you have 7 phones?
Yeah, but those are sort of taking pictures and videos of stuff of wrestling events
for drug
strip
deals
clubs and all that stuff. I have a phone for each wrestling promotion, for indie promotions, indie death matches, for WWE and AEW.
Have you ever accidentally brought an AEW phone to a death match, and then you're pissed?
No, because I always know where everything is. Every phone is. I put a special
You can't use any of those phones to do anything with, only for photos.
Maybe one of them when I went to the strip club and take some videos.
Are you gonna get a new phone?
Eventually, yeah, but I'm gonna have a hard time trying to get into the Facebook and Twitter X and everything with all those passwords, and you have to remember your password. You have to punch in your email and all that stuff.
Do you have an email? Or did you just put in
and password? You have to remember your passwords.
Yeah, I think we're all well aware of this, Lexar.
Yeah, Incher and President Clinton used to form a password for each and everybody in the Headyverse for
do you know what it is tonight?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. I'm not a gatekeeper. I like to let everybody into the show.
Yeah, but Incher and President Clinton are gatekeepers.
Where are they now, bitch? Do you see them here?
They like to close the border, if you will.
What's the border? We're going to call ICE on you?
And they call eyes on everybody.
On
They call
everybody.
eyes on Tazo the Greek, on El Santo Loco, especially
Yeah.
him.
This is the problem. Everyone thinks it's everyone but them. But anyway, what's on your mind, Lexar?
No, nothing much. Still haven't have my cable. Still haven't watched any new wrestling.
Man, so what are you doing? You just sitting around, playing with your ball sack?
Old TNA.
Oh God.
They did put up like
recent
recent episodes of Impact, but from months ago, from like before
you just sit around and watch like the same 5 episodes over and over.
So I'm watching the build up to Slammiversary episodes of Impact.
Okay. You having a good time?
So that's the new wrestling I've been watching, and it's yeah.
You get depressed. You can't see, Solo Sokoa and all the new stuff going down.
Well, half of it's on Netflix, half of it's on internet and streaming, and you have to get separate.
You gotta keep them separated.
Exactly. You had to get a Peacock for Saturday Night's Main Event. You had to get ESPN for premium live events and Netflix for Raw.
Unless I know all this,
unless you're Steven Butler.
It is a pain in the ass, so I agree. You have to have like all these separate streaming sites just to watch WWE that I don't want to watch in the first place. So.
Not for Steven Butler. He lives in Canada. He gets everything under one roof.
Why don't you move to Canada?
I could move to Ecuador. That's what my mom says. We might be moving to Ecuador. There's no wrestling there, except on TV. I don't think there is any wrestling on TV in Ecuador.
It's banned?
I don't know. WWE moved everything to Netflix internationally, so
yeah,
had to get the Netflix.
Ecuador has built a strong international presence in amateur wrestling, driven primarily by its women's freestyle program. So you can watch women's freestyle amateur wrestling.
I highly doubt that. Not in today's wrestling.
That's what it says right here.
Yeah, but when did they start that?
Genesis Risako.
1972?
Genesis Risako, the standout star of the Ecuadorian wrestling. She made history by becoming Ecuador's first ever world champion in the sport, taking gold in the 76-kilogram category. See?
Kilogram?
Yeah,
what wrestling promotion did she wrestle for in Ecuador? Go look that up.
No, the Olympics. She won the gold in the Olympics.
That's Greco-Roman style wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I said. Amateur wrestling.
Amateur wrestling.
Here we go.
I'm not into amateur wrestling. I'm into the pros.
You'll have to start watching it. Ecuador has a dedicated community and domestic promotions for professional wrestling. The scene is mostly independent and operates similarly to Mexican Lucha Libre. War, Wrestling Alliance Revolution, founded in 2007 and based in Guayaquil. War is one of the longest running and most active pro wrestling promotions in Ecuador. They host regular live shows and feature local stars as well as international talent. See?
I need to do some research on that one because, my aunt is coming in September, so she's coming here to America. Yeah, so I'm gonna ask her about all the wrestling. Oh yeah, even my mom wants to move back to Ecuador.
I think you can find a nice Ecuadorian lady and settle down.
I guess.
Do they have strippers in Ecuador?
I did my research on.
You didn't care about the wrestling. You did your research
in Ecuador, and I can only find
Ecuadorian
2 or 3 of them.
Look, here's a big show that just happened in Ecuador. War Last Chance.
I need to research that.
All right.
I'll do my research and
I'm going to follow this promotion. It's got 3,000 followers, so it's good.
They're on Facebook, right?
No, I'm following him on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Look, they got a guy
Okay.
with like this guy, like he's got a Skeletor mask in front of him.
It kind of looks like Evil
That's
Uno.
nice.
Yeah. Their world
Penta
champion
Zero
is
Medio.
Evil Uno.
Penta Zero
Look at that
Medio.
guy. That guy looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not really,
Was that a La Parka mask?
You could probably beat up some of these guys.
That's a La Parka mask.
Yeah, but it's made to look like Skeletor. It's got like the Skeletor colors. Look, see, this looks like good. That looks like good stuff, Lexar. You'd be into that. Do you like Lucha Libre?
I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll watch Lucha Libre.
Look, they got
Now
a
that
Spider-Man guy.
Triple H coming to New York City.
Do they have a Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees and
Look at this dude.
Leatherface?
This guy looks like a real winner.
Nice.
It's like a golfer or something. I don't know.
Golfer. Tiger Woods?
Pin Pop Con Zeus. All right, so there you go. So they got wrestling there, Lexar. Maybe you could become a wrestler. You ever think you could get in the
40
ring?
years old. I'm 42 years old. I'm too old.
DDP started, he was like 35 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. He's like 10 years younger than me and had the endurance.
I'm going to start getting into shape. Start lifting weights, start running, doing some cardio.
My doctor said not to run too much because of my veins. I had like a vein appointment last week. I said, so you have to walk a lot. That's what he told me. You have to walk a lot.
Do they have The View
Just like
in
that-
Ecuador? Can you watch? Because I know you're a
Just
big
like-
fan of The View.
I'll tell you what, ever since my cable got cut off, I get to have just a broadcast channel. You know, the local CBS, NBC,
Right.
ABC. I could watch The View if I wanted to, but I haven't.
You know how
Now
many
I hear-
times? You know how many times Steve's ever brought up The View on the show? Zero. You know how many times Michael Petrelli has brought up The View on the show? You know how many times I brought up
you
The
asked
View on
me
the
about
show?
it. You asked
You know how
me
many
about
times you brought up The View on the show? Hundreds.
Dozens.
Almost every
I even thought about like in my brain, in my mind, I thought there should be a wrestling style of The View. Just have like podcasters from wrestling, from all these wrestling podcasters.
Says you can
fan
watch
made and
WWE in
professional,
Ecuador.
sit at a desk and be like The View of pro wrestling.
It says you can watch WWE in Ecuador. September 9th, they're having a big
Netflix.
show at Quito in Ecuador. They're having a live WWE show.
Are tickets
I haven't been.
$1,000?
Oh, sure.
Those please.
You get free to air TV. Raw and SmackDown are broadcast on free TV on Televisiones in Ecuador.
Don't tell Netflix.
Yeah, you can go to Ecuador and you can watch Raw and SmackDown for free.
Okay.
See?
Nice. How about AEW? Did they
You
say
think
anything
so?
about AEW?
Man, I got to do all this work for you.
Or TNA? I don't think they have TNA in Ecuador.
Yeah, but you got the TNA channel.
There's plenty of TNA in
Yes,
Ecuador.
you can watch AEW in Ecuador. You can stream it on VIX, the official home for AEW programming in Latin America. Can watch it on Triller. I don't think Triller exists anymore. You can watch it on My AEW, the streaming channel. And it says they often stream or airs on regional sports networks, depending on the specific cable or satellite provider in Ecuador. Generally, the week's AEW Dynamite broadcast on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. ECT, Ecuador Central Time.
In Mexico, it's on channel 11. It's on basic cable in Mexico.
See? You'll probably be able to watch more wrestling in Ecuador than you can watch here.
Nice.
But if I want to go to clubs,
but if I want to go to shows, I have to like travel to America. Maybe in Mexico.
There's local shows.
They do Grand Slam. Yeah, but this is not like they don't air it on TV on national television in Ecuador. It's just local. It's like an indie promotion.
There's a Dollhouse, which is a gentleman's club in Ecuador. It seems like
that's the one
I
found out about it.
See? Yeah,
that's the one
clubs.
only strip club I researched.
There's probably less laws there, so there's probably all kinds of naughty, dirty stuff going down.
So I could do the motorboat.
Who knows? I don't know what you could do. I don't know. I don't know these things. I'm not some dirty pervert like you.
Yeah, right. I'm sure you do the dirty all the time.
Yeah, not at the strip club.
With a moon dragon.
Yeah, but that's different than a
Moon
strip
dragon.
club. Yeah, I don't know who Moon Dragon is. All right, Lexar. I'm glad you called in. It's good to see you. All kidding aside, we all love you here, Lexar. You're a good man. You're part of the Headyverse, a Heady Award winner. We wish you well. Mm-hmm. If you do move to Ecuador, I honestly think you'll be okay as long as you're with your family here or in Ecuador. There's plenty of wrestling you can watch in Ecuador. They still have the internet in Ecuador, so you can come on the show.
Sure.
You just have to figure out the time differences.
Mm-hmm.
Go to church. Yep. You have to do more church if you go to Ecuador, I think. Your mom and aunt are big on the church.
Tours.
No, the church. I said you have to go to church more often.
No, yeah. My mom's a huge church mark, so she likes to go to church.
Huge church mark. Yeah. I love that saying. That's what the priest is. Like comes in for the sermon. Is like, "Hey, all you church marks." That's what they say in the back.
Here's a collection plate from marks.
We got a full house of marks here tonight. I wonder if they talk like that, like some of the wrestlers do. Probably, honestly, now I think about it.
You think someone leaves a confession box like, "Oh, what a mark"?
They're marking out the church tonight.
It's Ash Wednesday. All the marks are going to come. It's like the WrestleMania Ash Wednesday.
Satan's the ultimate heel. Any last words, Petrelli? Final words.
Oh, no. I'm just looking forward to Dark Side of the Ring. I think it's been pretty good this year.
Yeah, I liked it. Lexar, any last comments for you? We've been on here 3 hours.
It's great to be back here with the Headyverse, with the Stephen Butler, Michael Petrelli, Udike, even though he left. Of course, Neal. I missed the Headyverse and on the Facebook. I missed the Showboat and all this
Showboat was on earlier.
Tweets and posts. Once I get my phone back up, I put my and
Vic
get my
Schiavone
passwords in order. And yeah, Vic Schiavone, I'm missing him. I probably watched the whole show on the weekend. But once I get my new phone, I'll get it, my Twitter X back, Facebook
do
back.
It up.
I'll do it up.
Do it up. Do it up, boy. Yeah, we want you back, Lexar. Now stay out of trouble. Be a good boy. You were tied first place for who the first episode we want to see of Dark Side of the Headyverse. You and Duckman were tied for number 1.
I think Duckman has more dark things in his closet than I do.
I don't know.
Maybe Tazo too.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, in the closet because you're pretty open about all the dark stuff you've done.
Yeah, Tazo, he just like hush, hush.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he
Everything's
sent me
secret.
some whacked out messages because I don't check my the Jackie Jones page very often. I logged in there and it was just these big, long, like just insane ramblings. I thought the last time I talked to him, I thought everything was cool, and now he's like calling me the devil and all these like just insane things.
He's like William Morey now.
Pretty much, yeah. This lot is mine. I don't know. Well, I hope he. I don't know. It's weird because, like, I mean, I'm a guy who says give people second chances, but this has got to be like the 50th chance I've given Tazo. Like, you can't just be all the time like you're the devil and all this insane stuff, and then be like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. What are you gonna do? I just hopefully he doesn't ever kill me or something. Is the thing.
Yeah. That'd be bad.
Yeah, it'd be bad. That's one good thing. If you move to Ecuador, Lexar, it's less likely you'd ever harm me.
Yeah, Tazo lives like in New York City, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. He smelled my dick caca in Brooklyn. He's in Brooklyn.
Okay, so he could take the train.
I was in Queens for a couple weeks, which was not very far. All right, I'm gonna go. I need something to drink, but I had a good time. Good to see everybody in the Headyverse. We'll be back next week, and next week we'll do a show Friday, and then we'll do a show after All In at some point, probably maybe that Monday. So hit the like button, subscribe, become a member, help support the channel. And until next time, this is Nasty Neal. It's Toronto Stevie, the mighty Lexar, Michael Petrelli, Vic Schiavone was here, Anthony Chobo, all our friends here at the Headyverse. Remember, come here every Friday night, join in the show. It's a lot of fun if you are in the chat. All right, let me get out of here. Good night, everybody.
Have a good week. Good night.
Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And fight, fight, fight. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And fight, fight, fight. Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre was great. He was not bad. A great big heart and a great big man. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And fight, fight, fight. Andre the Giant.
From Grenoble, France.